Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question, the work that they're able to do with them in the sun. It used to be you couldn't stand on a hill a mile away and watch them practice if you're a coach. And now you get like 2 hours a week on-field work, which I think they broke up into like 14 OTAs over the summer. And you get 2 hours of film study with them, in addition to, the time that the strength staff gets to spend with them. So you do have a lot of carryover from spring, summer, and into fall camp. And so, yeah, it does feel like they hit the ground running. I have to be careful sometimes, guys, because when I say, I think they'll be good at this spot. I think they'll be good here. Sometimes when I say that, I just mean I think they'll be average. I love football, and I get excited like anybody else. I mean, I'm probably, depending on how things go, going to be somewhere around 4 wins, give or take. Maybe I go up to 5 if I really like what I see. Maybe I drop it down to 3. But when I say stuff like, I always have to be careful with that because I get excited. But when I say something's going to be good, sometimes I just mean they're going to be average. And I think that they have a roster that is good enough. If they can do those things, penalties, turnovers, special teams, if they can do those things and they have a quarterback that is at least competent, that doesn't just kill them, that they could get to a bowl game. People look at the schedule and say, well, this is the most brutal thing ever, and there's no way that they're going to be. Teams do that kind of stuff. There's things that happen. You look at a team that is what they are right now, what they're projected. You don't know what's going to happen to Auburn. You seen the slate Auburn has before they play Arkansas. Who knows? Shane Beamer could be on the hottest of hot seats. He could be out of there by the time Arkansas plays them, and that's in Fayetteville. There are things that can unfold throughout the course of the season that you just don't expect.
Never miss a moment of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Watch us on YouTube, Twitter, every weekday, or stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Sorry to disappoint the media, but very rarely do I bring up the media in team meetings about motivation. It's hour 2 of practice. We're not thinking about what the media voted us, right? Hopefully we all practice pissed off, right? Hopefully we all want to be great.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just talking.
No.
You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, Bo.
Cheats, steals.
It's a real talk show.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, Bo, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
So I'm reading this morning about Phil Steele's magazine and fake Phil Steele magazines that are out there, imposter magazines essentially. And the first thing I wondered, was our magazine real? Was Phil Steele really on our show the other day? And has this guy arrived or what? I mean, when people are putting out phony magazines with your name on them, that's when you know you've hit the big time.
Well, you got to go find people that, you can emulate. And Phil Steele's the model of consistency. And so he's probably the easiest AI generation of all time. Bart, have you authenticated the Phil Steele magazine?
Yes.
Have you authenticated?
Are you sure that's who we were talking to?
You verified that Phil was on the show?
Yes.
I don't know. I've heard him on Feinbaum. I've heard him on other, national shows, and he sounded a little different to me.
Did he?
They might have had the AI Phil Steele.
Yeah, maybe he was under the weather. We had the legitimate guy.
Yeah.
We had Phil, the real Phil.
How does that happen where you come up with that entire magazine, or is this just a few pages, or has he changed lines to where people will make foolish wagers? How did this happen?
It's a great question. I'm trying to find.
Filled with great questions, Bart.
Well, I know you are.
You need to be filled with great answers.
That's right. And some of these
When
questions
somebody
are
says-
just made up on the spot.
When somebody says good question, Do they mean it was a really good question?
buying time.
Or do they mean, I'm not
Well,
sure.
I'm trying
how
to.
answer
I'm
that.
trying to look something. I'm trying to find an answer.
I understand that, you repeat the question back, you say good question, or
Oh, that's a good question.
I've thought about that, and I'm glad you asked that question. So that buys you 3 seconds right there. Your mind's working.
And then when you're still not there, you just go wherever you
Yeah,
want to go.
and
I had to try to find the link to the story here. But apparently
Looking for the link.
fake versions of his publication on Amazon.
yes,
4 magazines with his name on them. The fake magazines were removed from Amazon Tuesday afternoon after Steele reached out to the company about them. All 4 had Phil Steele's College Football Preview 2026 displayed prominently in the title. The similarities ended there.
huh?
Although they looked legitimate enough at first glance, a deeper look revealed some red flags. One cover included an Ohio State quarterback wearing number 18. Buckeye star Julian Sayin wears number 10. Another put 16 lines on a 12-team college football playoff bracket and illustrated a play with 10 players on offense and 8 on defense.
The discerning eye picked it up.
That's awesome.
The 4 false versions
wanna
totaled
see this.
266 pages. Steele's magazine is 376 pages by itself.
Can we get our hands on one of these magazines?
Yeah.
No, they're gone now.
I just wondered if we could find them anywhere. Like somebody's got one.
They're there. Yeah, I mean, they're somewhere.
Can you buy one on Facebook Marketplace?
Or,
I don't
or
know.
did they actually exist, or was this just like
no,
a
Phil Steele was sending out tweets about it.
okay?
Yeah, he was letting people know that there
This-
were
it's-
Not to buy
a
them.
number of. He said that they are 58, 70, 45, and 93 pages and have nothing to do with me. They are scams.
AI generated spoofs.
Huh.
AI generated spoofs, which are becoming an issue in the publishing business.
Two listed authors.
Yeah,
Two
Arthur.
listed
Yeah.
authors. Two listed authors, Russell Breventon and Gilbert Martwell, do not appear online searches.
Yeah, they're not real people.
They do not.
Made
They're
up names.
it's made up
Pseudonym.
AI
Made up
names.
authors.
Yeah.
Well, all this made me worry about your locks, Bart. And I'm concerned as we move toward football season, do we have enough security measures in place where people will not pirate your locks,
That's a good question.
claim them as their own,
Make a phony graphic, put it out
try to
online.
throw a wrench
Yeah.
into the empire that you've built?
No.
Are you concerned? Because
No,
I am.
No AI machine is taking down the locks.
All right.
Let's be.
Well, I'm not
let's be
saying it could
clear
take it
about
down.
that.
I'm just saying it could cause confusion.
No, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
I'm,
all
I'm
right.
not.
Well, if you tell me it's not going to happen, then there's a chance it won't happen.
Look, if I have to unplug every AI machine on the planet to prevent it from happening, I'll do it. But that's not going to happen.
A quote from Phil Steele, if you don't mind.
Please.
Sure.
Phil Steele's is like the gold standard, Steele said. I don't want somebody thinking it's a bunch of crap, which is what they're putting out.
I love it.
Phil Steele's is like the gold standard.
Said
Steele.
There's no one more confident in his craft than Phil Steele.
That's part of his
It was
bravado,
so
man. That's why it
It's
infuriating.
earned.
works.
It's earned.
That's why it
The
works.
Chuck and Bo show is the gold standard, says Chuck and Bo.
That's right.
You put it on the put it on
the
the
board.
The open, yeah. It was just so infuriating to do that. I'm wondering how Amazon allows that. This could be. I'm kidding, but it could be a great publicity stunt by Phil Steele.
I thought about
He
that.
could put out.
Oh, it's an
he could put
elaborate
out-
scheme.
Yeah, it could be a.
There's a conspiracy
be
theory
awesome.
around every corner these
He
days.
didn't do that. Amazon makes up a small percentage of Steele's business. Barnes & Noble books $1 million. A few airports at his website, philsteele.com, are the main
airports.
places to buy his real magazine.
A few airports.
There's nothing like it, Steele said.
Is that AI generated too, or is it the real
This is from
thing?
The Athletic.
Truly, there is not.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Bart's
like
a disciple. Bart's a true follower.
That's one of the best quotes I've ever read. Phil Steele's is like the gold standard, Steele said. I don't want somebody thinking it's a bunch of crap. which is what they're putting out, followed by "There's nothing like it," Steele said.
Imagine how great Jerry Palm could be if he was instilled with the confidence of Phil Steele.
Yeah, that's true.
But he could have been the man.
If you could combine Phil Steele's bluster with
Jerry Palm's 30 years
dork-like
of
knowledge, and 30 years of experience. He's been doing it a long time.
Phil's been doing it for 32 years now.
Exactly.
Yeah, well,
Jerry's got the experience.
Well, Jerry's worn out. He's world weary, and Phil Steele still has it. I mean, he still has the energy.
Here's a little bit of Phil Steele for you if you missed it.
Yeah, it's huge. And, going back, the very first metrics article I wrote in the magazine was way back in 1995. And it was turnovers equals turnaround. And it had 75% of the teams that had negative double-digit turnovers improved their record the next year. And teams that had positive double-digit turnovers got weaker the next year. And it stayed true for all 31 years of the magazine so far. It's generally going to be a 2 to 3 game advantage for the next year if you do that, and perhaps even more. I've seen teams go from the bottom of a conference to the top after having negative double-digit turnovers one year and then go back to the positive turnovers. So turnovers are something that sometimes it's a luck factor, and there's a lot of things in the magazine with that.
He sounds very confident.
He is confident.
That's
he should be.
Confidence sounds like.
Well, he's mastered the art of this. I mean, when you do what he does, you've got to either be spectacularly right or spectacularly wrong. But either way, you got to be spectacular.
Otherwise, you're just in the middle.
Otherwise, you're just 1 in a million. He's done it for 32 years. Listen to the man talk.
His confidence comes from preparation.
It does.
That's Phil Steele.
It does.
This is Jerry Palm.
I've been doing this 30 years, and your conference record doesn't matter. It's not criteria. It's not even on the team sheet. They don't care how you did in your league. The games, your conference games are on your team sheet. Arkansas just doesn't have a good record against better teams. They're strength of schedule is always a factor. So it's like 10 and 12 against the top 3 quadrants. And the committee doesn't look at that number specifically, but if you're below 500 against the top 3 quadrants,
Phil Steele.
There's probably a reason, and that reason is usually you're not good enough. So, but no, in fact, I haven't really studied that. I just think that the strength of the league is helping the bubble teams because your strength of schedule is still pretty good. It makes it difficult to be specific about anything. How you perform in the conference specifically, your conference record, your conference standings, that's not relevant. Your conference games matter because all your games matter, but they all matter equally. Conference games don't get any special weight. I've been doing this 30 years.
He's no Phil Steele, man.
31, 32, 30. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He's been doing it the same. Him and Phil Steele started at the same time in their crafts.
Yeah. Well, again, Phil Steele's just,
Phil Steele is the
Phil
gold
Steele.
standard.
He's the gold standard.
Said
Steele.
I am the gold
it
standard.
ain't bragging if it's the truth.
Oh, man. This is, Phil Steele actually was trying. I saw this on social media, on Twitter. Somebody had tweeted, "I can't find your magazine at such and such bookstore," like some random bookstore in, I don't know, New Jersey or
called
something.
him.
And he said, Phil responded to the tweet, "They're on a big table in the middle of the store. They're not in the regular rack." And the guy tweeted back, "Yes, there was one left," or they said there were 2 left, and by the time I got there were none. And he goes, "Well, I hope you find one."
Good luck, pal.
Not, I'll send you one in the mail. Like, keep shopping.
I hope you
find one. How did he know where they were in the store? They're all over the place.
He's omnipotent. Phil knows all.
How many of those things you think he sells in airports?
Well, that was the part that I like. A few airports. I'll bet he sells them in airports. I would think the airport.
When's the last time you bought a magazine in an airport?
The last time I was in an airport.
Really?
It's probably the only place I still buy a magazine.
Yeah.
And I'll buy a magazine there.
Now that you have your phone, you can use it most of the flight.
You can. But not all.
In most cases.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But you've probably, if you're advanced, you've got something downloaded on your phone.
Well, that's the
If you
key
need
right
to
there,
read.
though. If you are advanced, if you've thought about it, and if I could figure out Delta's in-flight Wi-Fi, I would consider that to be a major victory.
Yeah?
I have. I'm helpless.
Sometimes
on that
it's real
in-flight
easy, and
Wi-Fi.
sometimes it's just it won't work.
The one or two times, it's like, the one or two golf shots you hit, you just kind of walk into it. At least when I do it. You guys are good.
Oh, yeah.
When I play, I mean, I like walk into one every 4 or 5 holes.
Yeah, right.
And that's how it is for me getting on the internet on an airplane.
Yeah.
Just walk into it every once
It
in a
is
while.
good when you just walk into it.
Yeah, it feels good.
Feels good to be
But
lucky.
you don't know how you did.
Better to be lucky than good.
That's right.
Do you guys see the Shake Shack robbery?
I heard about it.
No, I have not seen this.
Dude robbed his own store, got arrested 2 days later when he showed up for a shift. He held his
Dumb and
he
Dumber.
held his co-employees at gunpoint.
That's a tough scene.
I'm sure he
And,
tried to throw
He
his
had a
voice.
mask on, but they recognized his voice, and of course he knew where everything was in the store. Probably put in his own pin
Remarkable
code.
knowledge.
It stole $3,000.
Oh, my God.
And I mean, 3,000. That's plenty of money, right? But like for the rest of your life, like the whole people at gunpoint, it's not like you got out of there with 300,000.
Yeah.
Well, he was a prisoner at the moment.
That's not great.
Yeah, he needed.
That's. I mean,
He
shoot.
needed $3,000 to get him to tomorrow.
Yeah,
You know,
until he can show up for work 2 days
Yeah,
after that.
I mean, obviously the
Can you
$3,000 was
imagine-
gone.
Can you imagine, Edward, if Bart came in here with a mask and tried to rob us, and then he just came back into work the next day?
No.
We
Bart,
just-
no.
He
I'd be
tried
like,
to
Bart,
disguise
what are you
his voice.
doing, man?
Give me your tough guy voice.
Yeah,
Bart,
I don't have it. I don't
Put
really
your
have
hands in
one
the
of
air.
those. Yeah. I don't
Give
really
me
have
your
one of
wallets.
those. Yeah.
Give
If
me-
it wouldn't,
Let
it'd
it fly.
fail. It'd fail
Hands in the
immediately.
air.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it.
Hands in the air.
Yeah, that sounds like the voice of the Razorbacks. I was robbed by the voice of the
That's
Razorbacks
right.
yesterday.
Hold on. Will you say touchdown
That's
Arkansas
right.
for me? You sound a lot like a guy now.
Edward's like
right.
got his hands up.
That's right.
Like,
Third down
Chuck-
and 5.
Chuck,
Give
is
me
that
all
you?
that money.
That would be incredible.
I know
my
it's
cash,
only,
man. Is
I know
everything
it's only
okay?
3rd and 5.
Has anybody ever done that to you? That could be a question for the day. Would you let us know if somebody you know tried to rob you?
We want to hear from you.
Yeah, it's had to have happened to somebody. This guy can't be the only guy in the world that went to a place of business he works at with his coworkers, robbed the store, went home, slept on it, came back to work for his regular shift.
Well, I had to make it look like nothing had happened,
That's
so
right.
no one would
He
suspect it.
carried it all the way.
At least he's a dependable worker. He shows up.
That's right.
Bart's in the restaurant. He walks over quietly to the office. He's here. He came back for a shift. They flood the scene.
Oh,
What a deal. All right. Well, there you go. It's what is
We're
today?
underway.
Wednesday?
Here we go.
Today Wednesday?
Today
Yep.
is Wednesday.
All right. Wine Down Wednesday at Macadoodles.
That's right.
15% off every bottle of wine. Want to get one?
Sure.
I mean, I think they open in like 40 minutes.
Let's go.
they open at 7.
We got to go back up and do the show there. That was fun.
That was
That was a
good.
good
I
time.
enjoyed that.
Roger's great, dude.
That was a
they
fun
got a
day.
great selection, don't they?
They do have
I mean,
a
it's
great.
nice in
It's a
there.
very nice store.
Yeah, popcorn.
I know.
All the coffee you can
walk
drink.
around, and I mean, it's there's a lot of
It's a
stuff. in
bubbly
there.
atmosphere.
It is.
It's not festive like, like doesn't feel like necessarily like the holidays like Christmas when they got
Well, it was
Christmas
7 in
music
the
on.
morning.
But it's
Six.
kind of it's upbeat.
No, it is.
It's
I mean,
festive. You're in a good mood when you're in there.
well lit. I mean, when
Yeah.
you walk in there, you know they're open for business and glad to have you.
Macadoodles is just north of Bella Vista, just north of the state line in Pineville, and a Guess Who in Bentonville. We got to get into the Little League story today. Did you find out more information on?
They're out, aren't they?
Yeah,
No, they're out.
Is that the same judge or another judge?
I think it's a different judge.
They found another
maybe.
judge to roll on the.
I'm not
insanity of
really
this.
sure. Man. There are too
Get-
many.
get
There are too
back
many
to us.
judges to
Well,
keep
there's one.
track
The
of.
first
these days.
judge
back to
was
us, would
from.
you?
It was Judge Claudia Wilkin. Who knows?
Jeez. Holy cow! What were you adding, Chuck?
The first judge was from Texas, and I think this one was too, wasn't it?
Yes. I'm not sure if it was the same. I'll have to do a deep dive into the judges of West Texas.
Can we get somebody on from that Tulsa group and let them defend themselves?
I saw some quotes from one of the moms of one of the Tulsa players in the ESPN article. Yeah.
Was she sticking up?
Judge Ryan Luna.
She was upset for her kids. Yes,
yeah. My kid had nothing to do with
the
this.
Innocent children.
The super team.
Yeah. No, and I mean, I get that part.
Judge Ryan Luna is the one who issued the ruling.
So they're back out. They didn't actually play yesterday, or were they supposed to play
yesterday? So the game that was played Monday
is going to stand.
That's the winner of that one goes on to the World
Texas
Series.
Is going
right?
to the World
They're
Series.
going to Williamsport. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. There it is. You're up to date. The Chuck and Bo Show. 6:20. Good morning.
What are you talking about?
Oh, let's just see where this goes.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today. Warfield American Single Malt Whiskey starts with 100% local Idaho barley, distilled through Scottish copper pot stills, and aged in Idaho's mountain climate, where the elevation and temperature swings create a depth of flavor you won't find anywhere else. Now Arkansas-owned, Warfield is crafting something genuinely different. American Single Malt, with real roots and real craft behind it. Find it at select spirits retailers nationwide, or visit drinkwarfield.com. Hey, when it comes to pizza, nobody does it like Gusano's. Chicago style since 2004. Don't miss happy hour, Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. You can get $1 off drafts, wells, and house wine. Plus, their happiest hour from 5 to 6 features $1.50 domestic drafts. And exciting news, a second Fayetteville location is coming in late August, right on the corner of Joyce and College. Gusano's Pizza in Northwest Arkansas, Fort Smith, Texarkana, and Joplin.
Still searching for the perfect summer getaway? Mountain Home Arkansas might just be your answer. Wake up in the Ozark Hills. Hit the White River at sunrise. World-class fishing, hiking, trails, kayaking, and when the sun goes down, it's the kind of quiet you forgot existed. 2 lakes, 1 great town. All right here in the Arkansas Ozarks. Check it out at enjoymountainhome.com. Mountain Home Arkansas, where the outdoors is a way of life.
Just so you know, and we've talked about this from day one on the show, nobody's safe in here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yuengling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yuengling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield American Single Malt Whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available at select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
At Paschal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Paschal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopaschal.com to schedule.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
4:45 in the morning. You know what you're going to do? You're going to hit the snooze button for losers. A snooze button saying, I'm not ready for what today has in store for me. So guess what? We're going to sit there and say, yes. That alarm goes off. I'm hitting the damn ground saying, hell yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, man. All right, Bart was trying to do the research on
And it's just
Tulsa fiasco.
You know, it's so complicated that you realize, when you realize how complicated it is, that these guys really were cheaters. I mean, because they, to figure out how to rig that complicated system, I mean, you got to be a cheater now.
They had quite an effort going.
Yes.
By the way, on the Phil Steele magazine, the AI stuff, where does that originate? Is that Edward in a basement, playing tricks on the world, like a human plugs in some AI-generated similarities to Phil Steele, and you have a magazine?
Yes.
Is this what comes out of these data sitters I keep reading about?
So all the
in a manner of speaking, yes.
Joking,
in a manner of speaking, yes.
I don't mean to sound like a moron, but I can't help myself sometimes. All AI-generated stuff.
I could generate a fake Phil Steele magazine.
Is all driven by a human. Like these AI stories, like Chuck passing away.
But somebody's got to put it out there, don't they?
Like Chuck has died twice since we've done the show. There's been stories.
Those Facebook pages is a human being prompting an AI.
Yes. Yeah, that specific.
I mean, AI just doesn't act on its own.
No.
Well,
there's been cases of that.
Does it really?
But not like in the case of making a fake Phil Steele book and putting it on Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't just come out of thin air.
Well, here's what I'm driving at. Somebody wants you dead. I know. Because there's been two stories of you dying.
I am aware of that.
Since we've been doing the show in the last 2 years together.
I know. I'm
Do you
afraid
think it's a competitor?
I don't know.
Well, I've got ideas.
Somebody's got to. I keep waiting on
Chuck
someone
does
to.
Too.
Yeah.
Chuck has ideas.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he's got more ideas than I do.
There's some candidates, yeah. But I've not gotten to the.
Somebody coming for our time slot.
The actual bottom of it yet.
Somebody's literally gunning for
So
you.
they don't have a voodoo doll, sticking pins in it.
Poking you in the
yes,
side.
Bart.
So do you want to know the bottom line on the Little League World Series?
Well, we're kind of into it. We're kind of over it. We got 1 foot in. We're trying to move on. Put
a bow on it.
Yeah.
Put a bow on it.
So basically, the brother of the player in question played for the Tulsa National Challenger Division, which is a division for children with special needs.
Okay.
Right? And they used that because they lived outside of the area, right? They get an exception for the brother to play
because
in
they
that.
don't have challenger leagues in every town.
And so they use an exception to then get the brother eligible for the Tulsa National travel team, the Little League team, right? However, the sibling was registered as a 7-year-old in the Challenger division, but is actually 10 years old. That disqualifies the sibling from the under-8 Challenger Division program, which then in turn renders the brother ineligible to play for the Little League team.
They thought they had found a loophole.
So they faked the brother's age to get him in the Challenger Division, to then get the brother player in question eligible for the Little League team.
For the regular league.
Which is about the most reprehensible thing you could possibly think of.
And that's my point. To understand how to rig that system, I mean, you got to be a cheater.
You've got to be a horrible person.
You've got to have invested some time in that.
Well, I just wonder if it was a parent acting alone, and if the like if all the coaches and the league organizer, if they knew about it, if they were in on it, or if a parent did this on their own and ruined it for everybody. But we've got the whole Tulsa softball team
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of.
I think it's probably a system-wide issue.
I need to look into that, Bart. You have relatives there. You should look into.
I do. No softball or baseball.
There's got to be some kind of Netflix special brewing there. I mean, seriously. You've got
at least the local news.
Yeah,
what's the local news doing? What's Channel 8 doing in Tulsa?
Is the Tulsa World still out there?
Yeah, Tulsa World still
Barry,
exists.
what's his name? What's our guy? Barry
Trammell.
Yeah.
Is Barry Trammell on this?
Don't they have one of those on your side reporters?
Well, so there have been some interesting things going on in the
Jerry Palm. Always get to
it's
the bottom
Jerry
of
Palm.
it. Yeah.
Jerry Palm's now on your side.
There's only
Palm
one
on
true
your
news
side.
station in Tulsa now.
What's that?
Really?
I think it's
seriously.
It's well, the other ones exist, but not in the manner of like a traditional news station. So Channel 6 KOTV is, I believe, the only one that still operates like a news outlet.
Has a newscast.
It's not Channel 8. It's not
Channel 8's
not the standard anymore.
KTUL operates fully out of Oklahoma City now.
Really?
They moved all operations to Oklahoma City to
idea.
cut costs. KJRH, Channel 2, the NBC affiliate there, just recently announced that they are basically going like to an online only live stream newscast, one man band style reporting, all that. And they'll just like simulcast it for the 5 and 6 o'clock news or whatever. Bad situation for like actual reporting in Tulsa.
You're kidding me? Who's covering the news?
That's the real problem.
It's those Judge Judy ratings, man. Judge Judy kills it at 5 o'clock, man. Stations are dropping their news because her ratings are so good. It's true. Look at the numbers.
That's a problem right there.
Probably very accurate. All right, it's 6:30. We got to hit a break. We're brought to you in part by First Security Bank. Now the title sponsor of Varsity Vibe.
They're vibing.
Partnering with Varsity Vibe. Log on to varsityvibearkansas.com. Sign up for the free newsletter. Come by and get free donuts next Tuesday on the 18th at First Security Bank at Joyce, or on Joyce, just off College. They got a big sign out front.
Do they really?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
Yeah,
really?
Big sign out front. Chuck and Bo Show, Varsity Vibe.
That's huge.
Drive-by donuts, 6:30 to 8 next Tuesday, and we'll be doing the show.
Can we toss donuts into like moving cars and?
I would.
Like
I very
into
much
the
hope
window?
so. I very much hope so.
Have a little competition going
$100
out there.
if you can ring one on an antenna.
That would be huge. I mean, that would.
You be trying all day. People got donuts all over their car.
They're out in the parking lot on the ground.
People come out at 5 o'clock. They've got donuts all over their car.
Yeah. Well, that's how First Security Bank helps you bank better.
Mm-hmm.
Drive-by donuts, friendly people every day. I mean, that's just the kind of atmosphere you get. Friendly, local professionals helping you every day. FSbank.com. You can find about all your banking needs online, or just stop by a First Security location. Member FDIC. Are we a bunch of idiots or what?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Yes.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
There's no better place to watch a game than Walk On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, catch all the summer sports action while you cool off with mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus burgers, ice-cold draft beers, and cocktails made for hot days. Incredible food, outstanding service, and a game day atmosphere that never takes a season off. Visit one of the 5 locations across Arkansas today, including Rogers and Fayetteville. Walk On Sports Bistro. We live for this. Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey guys. You're having a great show today.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. Enjoy Oaklawn's 24/7 smoke-free casino, featuring over 1,500 slots and live table games, from blackjack to roulette, craps, baccarat, and much more. Voted best casino by 2026 Arkansas Times Readers Poll. And enjoy headliner entertainment at the Oaklawn Event Center. Log on to oaklawn.com and get all the details. And the Oaklawn Resort Pool is open all summer. Access granted to hotel and spa guests. Come join the fun at Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you, now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by Teamwork.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
I think you will see this team this year play hard, play smart, give themselves a chance to win. I'm not naive, and I don't think there's going to be, they're not going to run the table, and there's probably going to be a game or two in there you lose, you think you ought to win, and hopefully there's some games in there that nobody thinks you're going to win now that you find a way to win. But my sense, from being around these guys, just the minimal amount of time that they've been here and the minimal amount of time I've been around them, we're going to know this team's been coached. I expect to see the turnovers reduced, and I expect to see the penalties go down. And I don't think the secondary is going to get beat quite as bad as maybe the secondary got beat last year. Some of that's contingent upon putting pressure on the quarterback. So I think those areas, even though none of them are like, maybe by themselves aren't enough to, change their fortunes, if all 3 of those things happen, I do think they're going to be better.
That's what you want in year 1 of a new regime. You want to feel like that you have taken a step to change things and to fix things and to be competitive in a way that you weren't previously. To me, that's the whole reason you make a change.
Last year was just so bad.
For so long.
And it went from bad to worse. I mean, and by the end of it, nobody was a hold of the rope.
It was over by 4 games, 5 games into the season.
Well, when they lost at Memphis, it was over. And in retrospect. But one thing I do not think you'll see this year, I don't think you'll see this team, as the old saying goes, let go of the rope, which did happen last year. And that I don't think will happen this season. I will be very surprised if that happens. The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search the Chuck and Bo Show.
Arthur is in Vermont. Hogs play tonight. Arthur, good morning.
Good morning. I'm owning the day, but I can't really say I'm happy about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You guys want a parking citation update?
Yeah, how's that?
Very much so.
Yeah, how'd that work out for
I've
you?
made 2 more calls and I haven't heard back. I can't get a hold of anybody there.
Do you think that was
I've
real?
called 5 times.
Was that an AI-generated call?
Well, it can't be because I was alerted by the we don't deal with the parking and transit system directly. So we deal with somebody at the university. And the Parking and Transit Department notified our point of contact at the University of Arkansas that I had a citation that needed to be cleaned up before I could get my permit. So I'm to call the Parking Transit Department directly, or whatever it's called. And so I do. I've called 5 times. I've gotten 1 return phone call, which is the voicemail we played on the show. I'm happy to play it for you again. If you guys want to hear this one more time, this is the situation I'm dealing with.
Hi, Bo. With parking at the University of Arkansas, just giving you a call regarding the press parking permit that you weren't able to get until citation was paid. It looks like there's a really old citation from, let me see here, from back in 2001 that apparently just never got paid, and so that actually is outstanding. So that permit that citation would have to be paid first before we're able to process your permit. If you could just give us a call back, we can get that citation taken care of. It looks like the balance of that citation is $50. Anyways, just give us a call back and get the payment and process your permit.
See, this whole thing just does not sound right, smell right. It just doesn't seem at all right to me. Here's my first point. Press parking. Does this parking pass say press parking on it, or is it just one of those like?
No.
You see,
it's where they put your license plate in the
exactly.
system.
That's my point. Who calls it press parking? You call it that on game day. If you're over there every day, you've just got that parking thing on your license plate, and nobody says press parking. Secondly, if this thing's been around for 25 years, you're telling me they're not charging you a late fee? Are you kidding me? Oh, it's just $50. If you had a $50 parking ticket 25 years ago, that's probably about what it was. It's going to be $250, $300 now. I mean, they're going to tack on a late fee. I'm thinking you're going to Venmo $50 to, some guy's going to take all his friends to pizza, eat pizza tonight.
Yeah. Well, I can't get a hold of them.
And that's another red flag.
So I've called the parking department 5 times, and I've had to leave a voicemail every time after being placed on hold music, right? And then it'll go, you can now leave a message. Like, in other words, we're not answering.
It seems fishy to me.
And so then I tried a different
tactic. That whole
tactic.
operation is fishy.
I tried a different tactic. Instead of the number they gave me for the parking department, I called the number that called me. And it just rang 3 times and said the person you're trying to reach cannot answer.
I think it's a scam.
So I said, this is Bo Mattingly. I'm still trying to pay this parking ticket from about 25 years ago. Can you call me back? I just can't. I want to see the ticket. I don't. This.
Tell you
this
what,
can't
bro, you
exist.
give me $50, I'll go down and take care of it today for you. All right? That's basically what this is.
Bart, I'm going to put a tail on Chuck, and we'll find him at Torchy's.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, and I'll be eating tacos with this guy, who's he's. I don't know. I just think it seems fishy.
Yeah,
Tiger Bait got arrested in Florida back when we did the old show from like something that had been 5, 6, 7 years earlier.
Yeah,
but this is 25 years ago. Has anybody ever
parking
been?
Citation.
Has anybody ever been?
And it's only
on
$50
campus.
now.
On campus, an on-campus parking citation, which is like the
even 25 years ago, I don't think $50 would have covered it.
It's the least like criminal activity you could possibly commit.
Well, also
you've done far worse things.
Also, I'm not hard to find. It's not like I graduated and moved to California and I just came back in looking to reconnect with the school, or I need my transcript or something. I've been here, virtually every day.
Well, you've reapplied every year.
Yeah.
They've renewed this every year.
That's what's
it's
fishy
never
about
come
it to
up
me.
until 25 years later.
I think it's fake.
It's like, what are we talking about?
I think somebody planted something in the
think when
system.
you put this under the microscope, there's
you start pulling on the threads.
That's right.
In the story.
You think the Tulsa Little League is involved?
Maybe it's the guy who's
what's
writing
that
about
on
Chuck's demise.
What's that online store that sells all the really lousy stuff?
Temu?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I don't mean anything.
That works for team.
I don't mean anything disparaging for the actual individuals that work in the parking department.
Well, no.
As a whole, I'd like to maybe disparage the whole thing, but not any of the individuals
they're just doing what they're paid to
that
do.
work there. But I do want to go down there in person, and I'd like Edward or Bart to come along, and I'd like you to film. And I want to post
Edward
this
can't
on.
wait.
I
This
want
is
to
right
post
up
this
his
on
alley.
social
Absolutely.
media.
I'm
I want
there.
you to film what happens here.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll mic you up.
I mean, please text or call if you've ever dealt with a situation like this, that you're getting a citation and you've been dealing with the same department for 25 years, but you have a citation that was outstanding 25 years ago.
And it's for an even $50. That's $2 a year.
Even if
that
it was,
just doesn't add up to me.
Yeah, even if it was $30 back then.
Yeah.
How does it end up being only $50 now?
Or so, an actual, we'll just call it even at 50. Give me $50, we'll call it even.
If you've got my information, you know how to get a hold of me. Right?
Well,
Like
obviously they did.
You could send the.
You should go online to the parking portal and see if you can't search the citation.
Well, why don't you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it in the break.
Yeah, you're good at this.
Why don't you do it, Bart?
Story of Bart's life.
If you wouldn't mind.
Bart, would you come help me with this?
If you wouldn't mind, that'd be great. Matt Stinscomb's on the show today.
That's awesome.
Former Georgia Bulldog, ESPN guy. Is he doing the Georgia Bulldogs broadcast this year?
I believe I
he's
read
the
that.
new commentator.
Yes, with Jeff Dantzler. I couldn't remember his name for a minute.
Yeah,
Jeff Dantzler.
That's the broadcast team for Georgia football.
That's
right. Matt's with the SEC Network, ESPN, and
or maybe
doing that.
Scott Howard's still doing football. I don't know.
I think Stinch is.
But Stinch goes on there.
Chuck's trying to remember his play-by-play buddies.
Yeah,
He's going to be in the press box. Hey, I couldn't remember your name.
Yeah,
It's good to see you again.
it's not like that. It's kind of like that. But they're the same way with me. I mean, who are we kidding?
We'll talk to him at 7:30. He does great impersonations, by the way.
He does.
He can do Gruden, Spurrier.
Yeah.
Does he do?
Wait, no. His brother, Matt's brother, is now the lead radio color analyst for Georgia.
I get John and Matt mixed up.
John is the new
brother
analyst.
Stinch.
Isn't it great when we just sit here and have coffee and figure stuff out on the air?
I'm just glad you're here, Bart.
It's before
All the
7 o'clock.
misinformation.
That's what we do.
Kind of like being at the
figure it
convenience
out.
store, just
Sort of figure it out.
standing around talking.
Yeah.
6:45. What can we figure out next?
Don't be talking down to people, Bart.
I am going to talk down to people when they're wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
Who says bigger is always better? Burton Pools and Spas is the area's exclusive dealer for plunge pools by Thursday Pools. In-ground fiberglass pools designed for today's lifestyles with easy maintenance and more time for fun. Cool off after work, relax with family, or host friends for game day. And right now, installed plunge pool packages start under $40,000. Stop by one of Burton Pools and Spas' 5 convenient locations or visit burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, water for a better life.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yingling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yingling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly. Well, I've got a lot more rhythm than people realize.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For over 25 years, Pro Land Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, their team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you, your realtor, and your loan officer every step of the way. They're independently owned, so the only priority is you. Their relationships with national underwriters allow them to say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com and get a quote today. At Macadoodles, customer service is the #1 priority, and it starts at the top with founder Roger Gildehouse.
It starts with the guy running it. If you make customer service your #1 issue, my people, you couldn't find one that wouldn't tell you that what's the most important thing to Roger when we open these doors every day, and they would tell you customer service. We have to take care of the customer.
Macadoodles, prioritizing customers since 1997.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
At Paschal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Paschal quality at a price more families can afford. Same-week installation is available, so click over to GoPaschal.com to schedule. Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. What would you tell a new Razorback transfer about the past that could affect what they do this season?
That this program has been terrible for many, many years now.
That'll get them fired up.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck and Bo on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. If
I know there
was it. You can get it on demand wherever you get podcasts or YouTube.
Pardon me.
Yeah, you're good.
I know there was an internal debate. Do we have D-Mac address the team or Bart?
Yeah.
They went with D-Mac.
Yeah.
It was close, but they ultimately decided to go with
straw
D-Mac.
poll.
Yeah, took a straw poll. Again, it was close.
Hey, they've done a lot of good things with former players since Silverfield's been here. You know, that was one of the complaints previously, and I think he's tried to address that, not just because people complained about it, because he wants them to be around the program. So we've seen Houston Nutt down there. We've seen D-Mac speak to the team, and Peyton Hillis has been there, Felix Jones. They've got plans to bring others in throughout the year, and it's brought back some memories, too. Every time you see one of these guys, you look at Houston Nutt, you remember a bunch of wins. The last game he coached at Arkansas, didn't they knock off the #1 team in the country?
Triple overtime.
I was there in Baton Rouge. Chuck calling the game. That's the last game he coached on his way of being kind of shoved out the door.
2 days later,
we're
it
done
was
with
over.
you. We're done with you, man. Kind of move on.
John White released the
golden handcuffs.
The golden handcuffs, and away we went.
The retention bonus.
Yeah.
And he went to Ole Miss. But there's so many great memories of Houston not being here. That was the first time. Listen to this.
I know.
The first time that Houston Nutt, since coaching here, was in the football facility.
And this is, I've liked every coach we've had since him, but Silverfield's the first one to call him. First one to reach out in any form or fashion. And now I know that timing's everything. And obviously, when he's the coach of another team, you don't say, "Hey, man, how's it going? Why don't you come watch practice?" But I thought that was an interesting sidebar to the story. And you talk about reaching out to former players. That's how you do it. I saw lots of things on social media from former players who were glad that Houston Nutt was at practice. Not that they think it's going to make a 2-win team, a 6-win team, or an 8-win team. Not because of that, but because he represents them. He represents their era. And so when he's out there, in a sense, they're out there. And they like that. And they should like it. And we should celebrate that. See, I know some people find all that stuff kind of corny. You know, former players coming in and giving them the rah-rah and all that. These are college kids. And I know people say, well, they're getting paid now. They're pros. Well, they may be getting paid, but they're not pros. I mean, when you're 19 years old, you're not a pro at anything. I mean, you're not. And
pretty rare in here.
Well,
you might be
no,
19-year-old.
You might be really good at something and mature beyond your years, but you're not a pro at 19. You're just not. But at any rate, I think it's good when you have people who have had success, gone on to success, are able to articulate that success. I think that's good. I think it serves your team well, and I think it makes an impression on these kids.
I think reaching back into eras where we've been good and they've had success and they've built things here, it's good for the current team, but it's good for those guys. It's a thank you. It's a nod to helping build this thing.
Absolutely. We just need to get to the point where we're not having to look back so far.
Yeah. I know. It's another great Razorback moment.
Yeah, that's right.
When those are the only happy moments, we got to create some new moments.
That's right.
And that's what they're trying to do. They had a big scrimmage yesterday. We'll get into some of that. So we got Stinchcomb at 7:30, Matt Stinchcomb from the SEC Network, and he'll tell us about a lot of things, but we'll get into previewing a little bit of the season. Ryan McGee, ESPN.
Yeah.
Marty and McGee show will join us at 8:30. So we got a big show. We got breakfast coming.
Sweet.
Yeah. What a time to be alive.
Kara's bringing breakfast. So I don't know. This is just a special day.
I guess it is.
Stick around, see what happens. It's Wednesday, August 12th, 6:55. Good morning.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
At Paschal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Paschal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopaschal.com to schedule.
I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you, now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, empowered by teamwork.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question, the work that they're able to do with them in the sun. It used to be you couldn't stand on a hill a mile away and watch them practice if you're a coach. And now you get like 2 hours a week on-field work, which I think they broke up into like 14 OTAs over the summer. And you get 2 hours of film study with them, in addition to, the time that the strength staff gets to spend with them. So you do have a lot of carryover from spring, summer, and into fall camp. And so, yeah, it does feel like they hit the ground running. I have to be careful sometimes, guys, because when I say, I think they'll be good at this spot. I think they'll be good here. Sometimes when I say that, I just mean I think they'll be average. I love football, and I get excited like anybody else. I mean, I'm probably, depending on how things go, going to be somewhere around 4 wins, give or take. Maybe I go up to 5 if I really like what I see. Maybe I drop it down to 3. But when I say stuff like, I always have to be careful with that because I get excited. But when I say something's going to be good, sometimes I just mean they're going to be average. And I think that they have a roster that is good enough. If they can do those things, penalties, turnovers, special teams, if they can do those things and they have a quarterback that is at least competent, that doesn't just kill them, that they could get to a bowl game. People look at the schedule and say, well, this is the most brutal thing ever, and there's no way that they're going to be. Teams do that kind of stuff. There's things that happen. You look at a team that is what they are right now, what they're projected. You don't know what's going to happen to Auburn. You seen the slate Auburn has before they play Arkansas. Who knows? Shane Beamer could be on the hottest of hot seats. He could be out of there by the time Arkansas plays them. And that's in Fayetteville. There are things that could unfold throughout the course of the season that you just don't expect.
Never miss a moment of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Watch us on YouTube, Twitter, every weekday, or stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I want to see the Hawks. I want to see the Hawks kick everybody's ass. I want those days back. We're the outsiders. We've always been the outsiders. We don't belong there. And then we're winning 8-9 games. We're on the SEC championship game. I want to get back to that, guys. Let's go kick some ass.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just talking. No, you're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, Bo.
Cheats, steals.
It's a real talk show.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, Bo, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Now out of the spread, here's Mallett back for the second time. He's got a man wide open. It's Ronnie Wigno, number 20. Scoots in for the touchdown, Arkansas.
Holy cow. How loud was that stadium?
That was a loud stadium.
Wow, 2010?
That was a loud stadium.
The wheel route.
Number 10 Arkansas, number 1 Alabama. Second play of the game.
That was as loud as I think I've ever heard it.
It was shaking. The stadium was shaking.
Chuck, you've had a lot of these moments. There's one other one that comes to mind, but the fever pitch at kickoff of the USC game in 2006. I remember walking behind your radio booth past the visitor radio booth on the way to, a seat in the press box from doing something. I don't remember what. But I was listening to the USC play-by-play guys, and they said, just listen to this. And it was the hog call, and they were enamored.
I'm sure they were.
From L.A.
Yeah.
They're just like, they're broadcasting
Where am I?
back to L.A.
Natural
and
sound.
they thought it was a spectacle. I mean, those are moments that if you've been a part of in Razorback football that you say there's no way we're last. There's no way we're the worst program in the league. We might have had some bad seasons. I refuse to believe that we're the worst placed team in this league. We're a top 25 college football program.
I've been traveling in the SEC to do football since '94, with the network. You don't find other programs, Mississippi State, some of the other programs who struggled through long periods of time, Kentucky. You don't hear stadiums like that. Not at any point. Not at any point. Now we've not done it often, and we've not done it enough. But for those places, very, very, very seldom. I can remember just really one era, at Mississippi State where that happened. And so, we have had our moments. There's no doubt about that. And that was a big day. What I remember about that was the next day. Next morning we were taping Petrino's television show, and it had been, that was a big football day in Fayetteville. I mean, there was money made, big crowd, the whole deal. And everybody was, even though Arkansas had lost, there was a, kind of still a high from the day, the day before. Man, Petrino didn't want any part of that. And I can remember the GM for Learfield at the time wanted me to say something about the crowd, and I said something about the crowd, and we went into a break, and Petrino said, if we keep talking about this damn crowd or something, and it was like, he didn't care about the noise. He didn't care about any of that. He was mad they lost.
Yeah.
That was a great moment.
It was a big one. What was it yesterday, like the anniversary of that moment? Because you posted it.
So there was a Twitter account, Random SEC, that asked the question, what's the loudest you've ever heard a college sports game? And so I tweeted that, and it took off and everything, and just got
a lot
people
of your
feeling.
Posts do.
It just got a lot of people
From
feeling
his personal
good.
account. Yes.
From his personal account. Follow Bart Pullman on social media.
When I saw
Bart _ Pullman.
Yeah,
Remember, I got shadow banned by Elon.
Right.
That's right.
If you're gonna shout me out, get it right.
Come on now.
I had to laugh. Maybe the loudest moment in that stadium was against Alabama at that moment, and the quietest moment in that stadium was when Shawn Williams went 80 yards on that first play from scrimmage. I forget what year that was, 99, 2000, something like that. That's the quietest I think I've ever heard that stadium when it was full, and then when Wingo scored there, I think that's the loudest.
We will see it again.
Oh, yeah. We'll see it again.
We'll see a stadium at that level, with that noise, with that excitement, with that much anticipation. We'll see it again. Today's question is, how long will it take?
Well, I mean, you don't know.
And the air goes out of the room.
Well, you don't know.
Hey,
I mean,
listen.
It'll last until you win that game you're not supposed to win. And then it'll go crazy.
Nobody really wants to step out there and make any sort of positive prediction about the upcoming season, which it's like everybody's really gun shy and nobody wants to sound like the fool. I'll be happy to be that guy. I think they're better than people think. The more you pay attention to the roster, hear from people at practice, the people we've had on the show, they've gotten better across the board. They've addressed needs. How they stack up against everyone else, we'll see when they go out there and play. But if they're any good at all, they're better than they've been picked by everyone across the country. If they're any good at all. So I don't even think it's a big statement to say they're probably going to surprise some people this year. But nobody really wants to go there. We're all still we're all still beaten and tattered.
Well, because if it
Worn and
doesn't
tattered.
happen, people are going to like hold it against you for the rest of your
It's
life.
amazing.
I mean, that's just how it works. You can be right about it. You can say, hey, they're going to surprise some people. You can be the 1 in 100 that's exactly right. And the other 99 will say, yeah, but.
But I'm a realist.
Yeah, that's right. Nobody could have seen it coming. Well, I did. Nobody wants to take the chance of being that guy.
I hope I'm wrong, but we're not going. We're not going to be good, man.
That's
You're drinking the Kool-Aid.
That's the one that gets me. Is like, oh, I hope I'm wrong. But no, you don't. No, you don't. You want to be right more than anything in the world. That's like somebody saying it's not about the money.
Yeah.
When someone says it's not about the money,
But
it's
come on,
about
this
the
isn't
money.
fair.
But when someone says, I hope I'm wrong, but no, you don't.
It's not
you
about the
want to
money.
be right.
It's about the principle of it.
That's right.
I'm just asking to be compensated fairly. I mean, it's not about the money. It's like about respect.
That's right. It's about fairness. It's a fairness issue.
This is a bad look.
That's right.
It's just like it's when the alarm goes off, I'm going to hit snooze because I just don't feel like it's fair. Because you're a loser. Oh, by the way, speaking of losers.
Here we go.
Speaking of losers. Did you? Okay, so I saw this morning when we were getting ready for the show. So where is this? Somewhere in Illinois. O'Fallon, Illinois.
Yeah.
They've got the scissor truck or whatever cart, and they got 4 or 5 guys on either side of it, and they've got a jumbotron that they're putting up in the middle of a high school, brand new jumbotron in a gym scoreboard.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Big.
Oh, it's in
big.
the gym.
It's in the gym
Indoors.
And here's how it went. You couldn't really hear it, but to view it never really got fully secured on the ceiling or the rafters, and it crashed onto the floor.
Yeah. And clearly there was a profanity because I heard a beep there.
Yeah, this is
not a beep.
Scissor lift going up. That's crashing.
Bang, bang, bang. Oh. Yeah.
So I feel like that was the athletic director.
I was going to
who
say
was getting the video of it going up.
Yeah. Here. Let me get this.
He just raised his last dollar to pay for the jumbotron.
Oh, I hope that thing
And we're
was
laughing
insured.
about it.
Well, yeah, I'm going to assume it was insured. I'm going to hope it was insured.
Did they get the 3-year plan at Best Buy?
I was going to say, hopefully they had it insured. Yeah.
Well, but
They
my
bought
gosh.
that protection plan.
Seriously.
Best $49.99 I ever spent.
What would you do, Bart, if you and Edward were hanging something like that and it crashes?
You'd never see us again.
That's one of those want to get away. Yeah, one of those Southwest Airlines commercials.
I mean, you
together?
just gotta leave, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what do
You just got to walk out.
everybody's
Just
just
go get in your
standing
car.
there
Yeah.
in
Just
disbelief,
drive away.
Yeah.
and nobody knows what to say. You just start backing up.
It's kind of like when Bart broke the computer and never told anybody, that he did.
Let's bring
Blamed it on the cleaning crew.
Yeah, let's bring it home.
The cleaning crew must have dropped the jumbotron.
Did you really break it? Was it you?
No,
It wasn't you.
No.
I thought Edward was covering for you all
I
this
was
time.
trying to.
No.
All right. Well, they had a.
No, there was
pot.
a note on it, Win.
Hey, what did the note say? I'm sorry.
I can't remember.
Yeah, this whole computer. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
They got
when it
knocked
fell over,
shattered.
Yeah. Ever since then, there was somebody put the "Do not clean this room" sign up, and then it just got out of hand in here. Like things were growing from the floor, and so we had to at some point, okay, you can come in and clean.
I cleaned it.
Yeah, Edward. Edward
Let's
cleaned
keep the
it.
story straight.
By the way, Edward went to Little Debbie's yesterday.
I noticed
the
that.
new Little Debbie's location in Tawnytown.
Is this like a wholesale warehouse kind of deal?
Yes, half
really?
of it. Half of it. The other half is like a Little Debbie museum.
Really?
That's pretty cool.
He said there were fat kids everywhere in there.
I don't think you can say that anymore.
I told him I wasn't going to say it.
7-12 on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Lord have mercy.
Let's just be frank. There's been some football games the last few years that have driven people to drinking.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Who says bigger is always better? Burton Pools and Spas is the area's exclusive dealer for plunge pools by Thursday Pools. In-ground fiberglass pools designed for today's lifestyles with easy maintenance and more time for fun. Cool off after work, relax with family, or host friends for game day. And right now, installed plunge pool packages start under $40,000. Stop by one of Burton Pools and Spas' 5 convenient locations or visit burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, water for a better life.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield American Single Malt Whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available at select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Blakeman's isn't just where Arkansas gets engaged. It's where you go to have a wonderful experience.
Every touch point matters, and I think what we show off best is Cafe B. It's Onyx Coffee by Blakeman's. Cafe B, we're offering the best coffee in the country, complimentary. I feel so fortunate to be able to go to work there every day. Big windows, the open lighting, the warm environment, and again, the cafe. It's the best.
Blakeman's, where every day is a diamond. He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Who says bigger is always better? Burton Pools and Spas is the area's exclusive dealer for plunge pools by Thursday Pools. In-ground fiberglass pools designed for today's lifestyles with easy maintenance and more time for fun. Cool off after work, relax with family, or host friends for game day. And right now, installed plunge pool packages start under $40,000. Stop by one of Burton Pools and Spas' 5 convenient locations or visit burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, water for a better life.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield American Single Malt Whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available at select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Are you a real estate agent looking for more than just a place to hang your license? Then it's time to discover the difference at Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. At Weichert, you'll find industry-leading training, powerful marketing tools, hands-on support, and a team that's invested in your success. Whether you're a brand new agent or a seasoned professional, Weichert gives you the resources you need to grow your business and reach your goals. Ready to learn more? Text CAREER to 479-306-6139. Your next chapter starts here.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. I've learned so much just off the air today, listening to Bart and Edward and Riley. I'm really out of touch. I mean, I really am.
With what?
With everything.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You can get in here on the Gasano's Pizza Hotline. They've been doing it Chicago style since 2004. They got a second location coming to Fayetteville on Joyce and College. They're all over Northwest Arkansas, Fort Smith, Texarkana, and Joplin. 877-377-6963. We'll get into some football coming up. We'll hear from the D-line coach and they had a full padded practice yesterday. Ryan's in Hot Springs. He's phoned in. Ryan, good morning. It's Wednesday. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I just want to call and agree with you about your comments on that. There's more talent and stuff on this team than people realize, and could have the talent to win or to go to a bowl game. The other day I was listening to it was a different show, and he was talking about one of the offensive linemen we got in the portal, the one from Lafayette, and he was talking about was he really going to be able to handle the SEC, and I just felt like, because he was so highly regarded coming out of the portal, I just felt like if he'd went to any other school other than Arkansas, I don't feel like that comment would have been made.
You're probably right. Where you went to school doesn't matter as much as it used to. And the lowest hanging fruit example every time is Indiana taking a bunch of players from JMU and winning with them. But we've seen so many more examples beyond that. That's just the easiest one for everybody to understand. You get a chance to go and develop places and then go play at some bigger, better school now, or in the SEC, for example. I think they feel good about the offensive line.
I definitely do. I'm excited about it. I think that's going to be a strength of this team, and I'm excited to see what these running backs can do behind it. Because as good as we were last year with Washington, I'm excited to see what Braylon can do with him being a homegrown kid. So that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to. That's my thoughts. I just want to let you know I agreed with you, and I hope you have a great day. Go Hogs.
Thanks, Ryan. You have a great day.
Thank you, Ryan. It seems like lots of teams out there have one or two guys that have come in through the portal on their offensive line that they are really counting on to be good. And sometimes they've been good before, and sometimes they've just been okay. And the reason that I'm bringing this up, I was on an Oklahoma show a couple of days ago, and they obviously wanted to talk about Satania, but they wanted to talk about Emarion Harris, who I like a lot. Emarion, and this article really dealt with that, about how, and he was pretty candid, that he'd not done as well at Arkansas maybe as he would have liked. But at Oklahoma, they are really counting on him to shore up that tackle spot on the offensive line. And so we're no different than a lot of teams out there, even ones that are being predicted to be really good. One or two guys, that you look at and you wonder, can they step their game up? I promise you in Oklahoma, at OU, they're wondering right now, can Emarion Harris step his game up? And we're wondering, too, about some of these other guys. And that's just kind of the nature, particularly on the offensive line, when you get guys out of the portal.
I'm hearing that Kobe Branham is a tank from Fort Smith.
You can talk about what happened, last year before, and lots of people have lots of opinions. But one thing they were consistent on from the very beginning was first time Kobe Branham starts a game, he'll probably start from here on out. And it's kind of been that way. Yeah, he's a rock at that spot.
Like your center, Caden Kittler.
Yeah.
Having him back for a second year.
Right.
Yesterday, the conversation was on the defensive side of the ball. The way they do it is they practice, and different assistants will talk after practice, and Silverfield will talk once a week. So they bring out different positions. And yesterday it was the defensive line. And David Oki is a defensive lineman who came here as a transfer, and there were a lot of expectations for him, but he didn't play much. He said it was really frustrating for him to not be able to get on the field and help last year. They like the depth that they have this year. I think they believe they have 8 or 10 guys they can rotate in there. And we talked about this with Trey a little bit last week. I mean, you had Cam Ball playing, 35, 50 snaps a game. And if you're not coming out every 4 to 6 snaps, by the fourth quarter, it's going to be really tough for you to stop anything.
It's going to be virtually impossible. Oki was a guy that he battled some injury last year. Never was fully healthy. He had a long period of time during the season when he wasn't healthy. But, he's got to play better. And some of the other guys do too. David had his Oki had his transition year last year. Things didn't go quite, the way he had planned, and oftentimes that's the case. This year's healthy. He's going to play, assuming, he plays well. He's another one of those guys that he's been in the program now a couple of years. It's time to go play. and I'll be anxious to see if he can, because he did come in with a lot of promise.
300-pound defensive lineman. Here he is talking after practice.
I would say we definitely got out. We definitely need to work on our tackling, that's for sure. I myself have to as well. I would say that we were like, our energy was there to run to the ball and get that ball out. We had about 2 or 3 fumbles today. Yeah. And just saying that, what I got out of that was basically saying that we as a defense, we're definitely ready for it. We're contacting, even doing the stud. I'm just ready for us to keep playing live tackling.
They want to do some more tackling on defense. That's what football players want to do.
Right.
They're thudding up in scrimmages.
That's first day of full practice yesterday. They want to tackle some people. And when he says, hey, we got to tackle better, my translation is we need to tackle more. We need to tackle more. It's the first day in practice. And so that's what they're geared towards.
Tackle. They don't tackle to the ground in those scrimmages very often, but they do have tackling circuits, during practice. But when you get into these scrimmages, it's always the toughest thing for a coach. How physical do you practice? You got to be good enough to be able to be game ready, but you don't want to get guys hurt.
Well, the one thing that I will say, and it's just from watching over the years, is you cannot talk yourself into being a physical team.
No question.
You cannot talk yourself into it. You've got to do it every day, and it's got to become part of who you are.
Did you talk yourself into some Little Debbie's yesterday, Edward?
Oh, there was no talk.
You brought some in. I noticed that.
Well, I was browsing the selection,
and
I noticed these cinnamon streusel cakes sitting on the shelf. $2 for a box of 6. 2 for
you have
4.
multiple boxes.
Yeah, 2 for 4 was the deal, or they were $3.50 normally. So
if you were
2 boxes, and I thought it could raise the morale in the room if there was something in an emergency to eat during the hours of breakfast.
When I walked in.
Did you ask yourself, did it even cross your mind that football season's coming, and what am I going to give up for football season?
Well, of course.
The head coach is giving up alcohol, sugar, and what else was it?
Social
media. Did you ask yourself,
Edward's already over?
Maybe
I never pledged to give up cinnamon streusel cakes.
Did it even cross your mind?
No.
Didn't even cross your mind?
Not even for a minute.
They don't make
you go in there and you
sugar-free
just get
cinnamon
lost.
streusel?
You just get lost in there. It's
Get
like the Lotus
lost.
Hotel. You just keep eating the lotus flower.
That's awesome.
Bart wants to
There's
go.
a whole museum.
It's
It's an experience.
I
It's
really?
It's not just like a grocery store.
Bart,
It's an
what are you going to
experience.
get when you go in there? I know
It's
you're
nice.
going later today.
It's
What
nice
are you
in
getting?
Maybe we'll see if
Bart's going to get a
Tom
Little
will.
Debbie baseball jersey.
No,
They sell
probably
those.
not.
They sell those.
Oatmeal cream pies would be
Yeah,
on the
those are
list.
good. Those are the
That's just
standard.
That's a staple.
Swiss cake roll.
Doesn't Little Debbie
Maybe.
have some kind of ding dong equivalent?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Any version of any snack cake that you can imagine in your mind, they
Yeah.
have it there.
Okay.
For
All right.
very cheap.
I got you.
In great quantity.
Guess what?
It's unbelievable.
Guess what we have here? Kara just brought breakfast.
Kara has
Something
breakfast.
nutritious.
How about that?
We should probably take a break then.
we
got to talk to Matt.
We got
Stinchcomb.
Matt Stinchcomb coming up.
We need nutrition for
Thanks
the interview.
to my wife for bringing breakfast.
Thank you, Kara.
Thank you, Kara.
Pro Land Title delivers the breakfast fun every day. Independently owned. That means they can put you first. They've got the ability to say yes to transactions other companies may not be able to because of their relationships with a huge range of national underwriters. You cheer for the pigs and close with the pros at Pro Land Title. ProLandTitle.com. 726. Good morning.
We got wackos, people. There are wackos everywhere.
I call them our bays. You call them wackos if you want.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under 30 grand. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you, now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by Teamwork.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
I think you will see this team this year play hard, play smart, give themselves a chance to win. I'm not naive, and I don't think there's going to be, they're not going to run the table, and there's probably going to be a game or two in there you lose, you think you ought to win, and hopefully there's some games in there that nobody thinks you're going to win now that you find a way to win. But my sense, from being around these guys, just the minimal amount of time that they've been here and the minimal amount of time I've been around them, we're going to know this team's been coached. I expect to see the turnovers reduced, and I expect to see the penalties go down. And I don't think the secondary is going to get beat quite as bad as maybe the secondary got beat last year. Some of that's contingent upon putting pressure on the quarterback. So I think those areas, even though none of them are like, maybe by themselves aren't enough to, change their fortunes, if all 3 of those things happen, I do think they're going to be better.
That's what you want in year 1 of a new regime. You want to feel like that you have taken a step to change things and to fix things and to be competitive in a way that you weren't previously. To me, that's the whole reason you make a change.
Last year was just so bad.
For so long.
And it went from bad to worse. I mean, and by the end of it, nobody was a hold of the rope.
It was over by 4 games, 5 games into the season.
Well, when they lost at Memphis, it was over. And in retrospect. But one thing I do not think you'll see this year, I don't think you'll see this team, as the old saying goes, let go of the rope, which did happen last year. And that I don't think will happen this season. I will be very surprised if that happens. The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search the Chuck and Bo Show. It is, when you stop and think about it, we poke holes in it, but I mean, it is amazing what is out there in terms of artificial intelligence, but yet, every time I read it, I don't worry as much about the future of mankind.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, yeah, food everywhere in here. I mean, we've got a Little Debbie. Kara just brought in breakfast, and we've got eggs and sausage,
working on the
bread,
phone system.
Phones and phones ringing, and we got all kinds of stuff going on in
It's
here.
breakfast time.
Yeah,
it's like getting the kids out for school in the morning. It's like trying to get out of the house.
Bottom of the 7 o'clock hour, we got a lot of things going on in here. And then it kind of settles in. You hit that 8 o'clock hour, kids are at school. Kind of.
It is the
point of the show.
That's right.
And I think we forget it's not halftime.
No.
I don't know if we have Matt Stinchcomb or John Gruden with us.
I don't know.
I think we've got Coach Gruden, Coach Spurrier. I don't know. Who do we have here on the Gasano's Pizza Hot?
Yeah, hey, listen, who is this? This is Chuck and Buck. Who am I talking to right now?
Chuck and Buck.
Coach Gruden, is that you? Is that you?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm over here. I'm cutting open boxes. I'm getting gear. These teams send me gear from all over the place. You should see how I look working out on the Stairmaster. I got stuff that doesn't even match. So I gotta wear it. I can't just send me this gear and I not wear it. So I got some Arkansas shorts with with a Tennessee tank top on. It's hideous. It's a hideous color combination, guys. We got people throwing up around us. It's not from the workout.
That's right.
Just another day.
Just another day of opening boxes. What are you doing with yourself now? Are you
gearing up?
Are you just taking gear? Are you doing Barstool? Are you analyzing football?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What do you live in a cave? You haven't seen me.
All over social media.
You're mixing drinks. We're cutting open boxes. I'm meeting with quarterbacks, old ones, young ones, all of them. I love the position, man. I love it. And Max Crosby. I like quarterbacks, boxes, and Max Crosby.
Were you in the mix to be the Arkansas head coach during the coaching search? Were you in that mix?
Sure. Yeah. During my contract negotiations, of course, always available to be a head coach as long as I can squeeze these media companies a little bit.
Let's switch to Steve Spurrier. How's Steve Spurrier feel about? How's the old ball coach feel about John Summerall in Florida?
Yep. Feel good about it, and so forth. And like Coach Summerall, and he's down here, and he talks trash. We like that. We like the way he's willing to do talking season. The winning talking season, and now we got to win in the football season. That's when they keep scoring and so forth. That's what you pay for, and I reminded him of that. So, but we look good, and we got these kids in. The kid from Tech, what's his name? Faulkner, like him, and then that other kid from Tech, and then Auburn. I think he played. He might have been in the Navy for a couple of years, but we got him. So I think we look pretty good.
That's pretty good. All right, we'll leave them alone on the impersonations. Matt Stinchcomb joins us from the SEC Network and ESPN. That's pretty good, Stinch. It's been a while. We just went right into it. How are you, my man?
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the heads up.
Cold start.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah. Cold start.
Just
two
play
balls.
along. Just play along with
Two
us.
balls off the first tee. Yeah. Cold start. That's pretty good, man. That was great. How we doing, buddy?
Oh, we're so great. I'm fired up for this season. I think everybody should. 9 games, 9 conference games. Everybody should be excited, right? We don't have as many, donkey weekends where you're going. It's just a bunch of whodunit games. We don't have those really anymore. So this should be a great season. It should make it a lot more interesting for everybody involved. So I'm about as excited as I've been in a long time.
Well, you live in Georgia, played at Georgia, and until we realized, again, that you have a brother, we thought maybe you were doing the commentary on the Georgia games this year. But that's
hey, you're not the only one.
Yeah,
I told that dude. I've got family members where I'm like, can y'all read?
That's funny.
It says John right there, yeah. But somehow, I don't know.
I did the same thing. I did the same thing. I did the same thing.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Like you get congratulations text.
Yeah.
And forward them to your brother. Now I'm still at the SEC Network.
Funny.
But you know a lot about the Bulldogs, and Arkansas plays them early on. How good is Georgia? I mean, they're always good, but how are they a national championship contender good? If not, what's the thing that could keep them from being that?
I think they should be a national championship contender. So if we include, used to you'd say, are they a playoff team? That makes them a contender. And now the playoff, it's as we grow the postseason, that becomes less of a qualifier and a lower hurdle to clear, really. But what I think is interesting for them,
is the number of players that they return. They were a year ahead of themselves, really, a season ago, I think. And so because of that, and it showed in the postseason, because of that, though, and their ability to retain their players, I do think points to what should be a really good season. They recruit well. They're not a heavy portal team, but they don't have to be. The one question mark I think that maybe many have coming into the season would be wide receiver. You know, they leaned hard on the Branch kid a season ago. He'll be playing for the Falcons. I think the Falcons stole him. He should be a really good performer if they can keep him healthy. But that's a question mark. But otherwise, I think they've got a real good chance to be one of the best teams in the country. The tricky part about all that to me is because these teams are so different in insignificant ways, meaningful ways, not different like, well, you know, they lost a lot of starters last year. That doesn't always matter. And they could return a bunch of starters. And for a lot of programs, that also might not matter. That means that maybe they weren't able to replace guys that they were hoping to maybe upgrade at those positions. But it's teams like a Miami that are the portal-driven teams that you just don't know. Is this chemistry experiment going to work? And if it works, they could be, you know, a pretty good team, pretty explosive team. But that's a combustible kind of gamble. You know, this thing might blow up on it. Well, it could go sideways pretty quickly. So because of it, it's harder, I think, to handicap what a national title run looks like anymore, because you've got some Frankenstein teams out there where it could easily work. And if it does, then you've got maybe an emergent monster on your hands. I guess you can't say that about Miami, given the fact they played for the title a season ago.
Matt, Arkansas is one of those teams that even close to home, we don't know as much about maybe as some other teams that we've had in years past. From the outside looking in, you've heard Silverfield now. You've heard him at media days. More familiar with the personnel, I'm sure. What's your thought on how Silverfield will do at Arkansas?
I think he's going to do well at Arkansas. I don't know that – I think in general, fans in this conference need to recalibrate their expectations. That includes everybody. That includes Georgia, Texas, or Alabama, or whoever, you know, is perceived to be at the top of the league, at least persistently. They need to recalibrate their expectations. 9 conference games is a totally different animal. I mean, you look at the way schedules lay out, and Arkansas is one of these teams. You don't get a runway anymore. You don't get a couple of games to get going. That just isn't. That's not an availability. There's 4 teams in the SEC that have, you know, 2 runway games to start the season: Georgia, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, and Florida. Everybody else, they're picking fights. You know, they're in fights. Alabama's playing Kentucky week 2. It's conference football in week 2. So you better be ready to play early, and it's going to be hard just for the reasons that we just talked about. These guys don't even know each other. I don't know what it's like to play with you in a game environment. I barely know what it's like to practice with you. And I'm going to have one chance to figure that out. So, you know, Arkansas's got North Alabama.
Yeah.
So you got North Alabama. Let's figure things out in 1 week, and then, hey, let's go on the road and play in the middle of the night at altitude. I mean, it's like, I don't even know, when's kick, like 9 o'clock or something?
9 here.
10
9
o'clock?
here, 8 there.
9 o'clock.
10 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Okay, so that's a 10 o'clock Eastern kick, 9 o'clock local, right? And then next week, let's kick off at 11 a.m. What do you say? And these are it's just, and it's not a short trip. I mean, it's just, those are the elements where I think, you know, before that's probably a whodunit game. It's a fill in the blank game. You get 2 games to get going a little bit. Hey, new coaching staff, new players, all the things. You don't have that anymore because you just got crowded out on your schedule. And so because of that, so I say all that to say all these teams, Georgia included, any of them, you win 9 games, you've done something. You win 10 games, that's a hell of a season. You are a championship caliber football team, probably, especially the ones that have teams that are playing regularly, non-conference, that are, you know, Power 4 type teams. You know, Georgia plays Tech every year. South Carolina's going to play Clemson every year. Florida's going to play Florida State every year. So it gets crowded, and it makes it harder. And so there's going to be losses, and there's going to be more losses than ever before with higher regularity because the competition's bigger. I say all that to say I think Coach is going to do a darn good job, but I think that there's other variables that are fighting against what might typically be expected a good inaugural season. I think it's going to be a tough year. This is the wrong time to come into this league with an extra game. Well, it will now be no longer extra, the new normal, a ninth conference game. I don't know that it's ever been harder. It hasn't. It's never been harder to come into this conference and have success because you've picked an extra fight.
When we talk about the SEC now, it's, well, the Big Ten's better because they've won 3 national titles. They've got more NIL money. Somebody just donated $35 million to Northwestern yesterday. But by the way, it's like Schlitz Beer Brewing Company.
Are they still making beer? I didn't know that.
That's where
I
they
thought
made
they
their money.
closed down.
Schlitz, but then they had a transportation company because of they needed it for the beer. I don't know, but anyhow,
Yeah,
it's that family.
I got you.
And Northwestern, one-time $35 million donation earmarked for football. But anyhow,
that's only one. That's only 1 year's worth of roster.
Yeah, I was going to
That's
say,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
That'll get you to the 1st of November.
Are we in just a little calibration time in the SEC? Like, has the Big Ten really jumped ahead? How do you? I know this comes up, and it can be a really boring conversation. It's kind of like, who cares? But I think what made me ask it was the 9-game schedule. And is a 9-game schedule in this league, and not all schedules even within the league are created equal, is that a harder road to navigate than the other conferences?
Yeah. But you know what? Don't take my word for it, or yours, or any of us. All of us SEC homers. Don't listen to us. Why don't you listen to one of the best college football players, and certainly the most game-ready high school football players that I've seen come out? Kid that played right up the street here, a kid named Caleb Downs. Heard of him?
Yeah.
Pretty good little player. He's locking down NFL receivers now. But, he started his career at Alabama, started right away. Nick Saban said maybe just a guy that I can't remember how he phrased it, but basically he showed up game ready. This guy was a pro's pro, incredibly talented, dominated high school football in Georgia in a county, in an area where nobody just dominates because there's other dudes that are capable of dominating too, and yet he did. Just listen to him. And he said it is different. In the SEC, you got to be ready to play just about every Saturday. You don't get a lot of foul balls. There's not a lot of games where you can just be like, I just didn't have it today. But it didn't matter. We still won by 10 or whatever, or 20. No, you got to show up. And he said, this is how he characterized it. At Ohio State and in the Big Ten, that's just not the case. There's some good teams, no question. Maybe even quote-unquote elite teams, but there's not nearly as many. The challenge is not the same. It's not as consistent. The grind is not the same. You hear coaches do it. It's fun. The coaches that come from other conferences that come into the SEC, they talk it up, man. It's just different here. And that's the coach playbook. It's, we got to get better at some positions. We're going to do the best we can. So that means every game that I win, I'm a water walker. But then they leave the league, and all of a sudden the respect kind of wanes, and it's not as good as they say it is, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is, because the players say that it is. Caleb Downs, that forever will be, to me, it's like the Rosetta Stone that translates all the baloney, all the BS. Let's talk to the guy that played in both leagues and did it at a high level, at a championship caliber level, and he says that the SEC is harder than the Big Ten. I'm going to listen to him. And I think that anyone else with objective eyeballs will say, that does seem to bear out. Yes, they've won 3 national championships in a row. Congrats. That's fantastic. That does not speak to the depth of your league. And for years, what did other conferences, chiefly out of the Big Ten, they seem to be the loudest. They got the most mouths. And they'll say, the SEC's it's a top-heavy league. they got Alabama and then who? Just a bunch of cousins. And you're like, no, that's not the case. And you trot out the different teams and the LSUs, and, Georgia's in there, and they're winning one every once in a while. Florida will stick its head up early part. No, we're not hearing it. It's just Alabama and everybody else. And then it became briefly, it's Georgia and everybody else. They're just a top-heavy league. Well, I guess, could you make that same argument for the Big Ten? I do think that holds up. They're just a top-heavy league. They're just, I guess, Michigan? No. Ohio State, maybe, and Indiana. I'm a wait-and-see guy on Indiana. That's not an indictment on Curt Cignetti. It's a history is my teacher on Indiana kind of a comment. I think last year was somewhat anomalous. We'll see if he can do it again. I know this. Their schedules are built for success, and the SEC is not based on the way the College Football Playoff Committee chooses to pick teams right now. Until they prove otherwise, the SEC has basically tilted the field upward. It's running uphill with this 9-game conference schedule. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to make for great television, but it's not great for the playoff.
Matt, great stuff, man. We'd go another hour if we could, but we really enjoyed it and always do. We'll be watching you on the SEC Network, ESPN, this fall. Best wishes. Let's do it again.
Thank you, Matt.
Hey, guys, thanks for having me on. That's fun.
Dude, always. Appreciate your time. Great guy. Great at his job. Matt Stinchcomb. Always love having him on the Gasano's Pizza Hotline. Chuck and Bo Show, good morning. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
There's no better place to watch a game than Walk-On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, catch all the summer sports action while you cool off with mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus burgers, ice-cold draft beers, and cocktails made for hot days. Incredible food, outstanding service, and a game day atmosphere that never takes a season off. Visit one of the 5 locations across Arkansas today, including Rogers and Fayetteville. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this. Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because we don't want.
That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yuengling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yuengling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly.
Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
We want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Here's Macadoodle's owner, Roger Gildehouse, on what he learned from Sam Walton.
I took my Walmart experience, and Sam always talked about, if you're going to get in business, you need to be better than the competition. Always be very price competitive, which we have been for 29 years. And the third thing, and most important thing, is have a customer service program that is beyond what the customers expect to get.
Visit Macadoodle's just north of the state line in Pineville or at Guess Who in Bentonville.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
By the way, good morning. We just kind of jumped in, and we're coffee deep. And hey, everybody,
morning, Bart.
Welcome in.
Edward.
I smell the bacon cooking. It's going to be a good day.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I was listening to Matt Stinchcomb talk, and I'm thinking about games and rosters, what the season is going to look like in the SEC, and I agree, and I love how he pointed to a player who's played in both leagues, as and I do think that you have more NFL players year in and year out in this league, but also we have new coaches, and who these coaches were able to land and how they perform in this league. What do we think the league is going to be like this year? I mean, do we think that all of these teams are going to take steps forward that got new coaches? Whether it's Florida, Auburn, whomever. And what about everybody on Arkansas's schedule? What's Tennessee going to look like this year, for example? How good is Vanderbilt going to be not having the same quarterback they had last year? There's so many questions when it comes to predicting how this is going to go.
Is there a Hall of Famer in this new crop of coaches in the SEC? The SEC's always been known for Hall of Fame coaches. Football, basketball, baseball, whatever. You got Hall of Famers in this league. Is there a Hall of Famer in these 4 or 5 guys that taking on jobs for the first time? I mean, Kirby Smart came in as a first-year coach a few years back, some years back. It's been a while now. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
Is there another one?
Yeah, well, DeBoer's a Hall of Famer, I think, based on not what's happened at Alabama, but what's happened, in the prior stops in his career. But that's a big deal. I mean, that's a big deal. You need Hall of Fame guys because these are the biggest programs in college football. You need the very best. And so I just wonder, in this new group, in this new crop, who are the ones we're going to be talking about 10 years from now? Who has staying power?
Yeah, that's interesting. And for all the Lane Kiffin fans out there, and we respect him and like him, but you never know what's going to happen with Lane Kiffin.
No.
This is I wouldn't call it an unstable coaching situation, but there's a lot of coaches that are like finding their footing and what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Interesting times. 7:55, the Chuck and Bo Show on a Wednesday.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Having good vision enhances every part of your life, and that is why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. They have great doctors and staff that meets all your vision needs. I recently picked up a pair of new sunglasses, and the attention to detail and customer service was on another level. We all have preferences on the look of our shades, but checking out the different lenses helped me land the best pair I've ever had. And Drs. Betts and Mengarelli have helped numerous athletes get their best vision. Go see our friends at McDonald Eye Associates and see the best.
If fresh seafood is calling your name, Fish City Grill in Rogers has been answering for 20 years. Just check the chalkboard. Fresh fish comes in daily, and the specials are always worth a look. Crawfish season is rolling, the raw oysters are as good as you'll find anywhere in Arkansas, and happy hour runs Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. It's locally owned and worth every visit. Fish City Grill in Rogers, near the Pinnacle Hills Promenade.
At Macadoodles, customer service is the #1 priority, and it starts at the top with founder Roger Gildehouse.
It starts with the guy running it. If you make customer service your #1 issue, my people, you couldn't find one that wouldn't tell you that what's the most important thing to Roger when we open these doors every day? And they would tell you customer service. We have to take care of the customer.
Macadoodles, prioritizing customers since 1997.
Oh, no, I don't want Lane Kiffin at LSU. I want weird stuff going on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you, now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, empowered by teamwork. For over 25 years, Pro Land Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, their team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you, your realtor, and your loan officer every step of the way. They're independently owned, so the only priority is you. Their relationships with national underwriters allow them to say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com and get a quote today.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question, the work that they're able to do with them in the sun. It used to be you couldn't stand on a hill a mile away and watch them practice if you're a coach. And now you get like 2 hours a week on-field work, which I think they broke up into like 14 OTAs over the summer. And you get 2 hours of film study with them, in addition to, the time that the strength staff gets to spend with them. So you do have a lot of carryover from spring, summer, and into fall camp. And so, yeah, it does feel like they hit the ground running. I have to be careful sometimes, guys, because when I say, I think they'll be good at this spot. I think they'll be good here. Sometimes when I say that, I just mean I think they'll be average. I love football, and I get excited like anybody else. I mean, I'm probably, depending on how things go, going to be somewhere around 4 wins. Give or take. Maybe I go up to 5 if I really like what I see. Maybe I drop it down to 3. But when I say stuff like, I always have to be careful with that because I get excited. But when I say something's going to be good, sometimes I just mean they're going to be average. And I think that they have a roster that is good enough. If they can do those things, penalties, turnovers, special teams, if they can do those things and they have a quarterback that is at least competent, that doesn't just kill them, that they could get to a bowl game. People look at the schedule and say, well, this is the most brutal thing ever, and there's no way that they're going to be. Teams do that kind of stuff. There's things that happen. You look at a team that is what they are right now, what they're projected. You don't know what's going to happen to Auburn. You seen the slate Auburn has before they play Arkansas. Who knows? Shane Beamer could be on the hottest of hot seats. He could be out of there by the time Arkansas plays them. And that's in Fayetteville. There are things that can unfold throughout the course of the season that you just don't expect.
Never miss a moment of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Watch us on YouTube, Twitter, every weekday, or stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
What are you guys doing tomorrow? Got any plans?
I'll be here.
Got any plans after the show, Chuck, tomorrow?
No,
Perfect. That means you can come help me with your truck. Tomorrow's moving day.
Friends don't ask friends to help move.
I didn't know we were friends.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just talking. You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, Bo.
Cheats, steals.
He's a real talk show host.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, Bo, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Man, we've had a lot going on today.
We really do.
And we're not done yet.
No, we've got a full hour ahead.
Back to having fun. We figured out Phil Steele's AI football magazine has been taken down off Amazon, so we can't get one. We wanted to actually get one of those copies.
I wanted one of those fake copies.
Me too.
Get him to sign it.
Me too.
That would have been fun.
We had a Shake Shack employee rob his own store, and then come back to work 2 days later, and everybody recognized his voice, and he got arrested. Everybody knew who everything was. He had a mask on, but he robbed the store successfully, and then came back for a shift, and they arrested him. So if you're gonna
Dumb and Dumber,
it's like that's right up there.
That's
isn't
Dumb and Dumbest. There's no. They just skipped right over the dumber and went to dumbest.
Kara brought breakfast.
She did.
Riley's
Nice.
in here now. Edward went to Little Debbie's yesterday. Saw a bunch of kids.
Bunch of big Debras.
We had a scoreboard in Illinois, a jumbotron being hung up in a gym, and it crashes to the floor while they're trying to attach it. And we wondered if they got the warranty plan. And that kid with the snake in his helmet went nationwide.
That was all over the place. National newscasts everywhere.
It's still going.
I know.
And the Tulsa Little League team is
done.
done.
Tulsa Little League team's out. Bunch
Goodbye.
of cheaters.
Yeah, they're gone.
Goodbye.
They're goodbye. Hit the
They're
exits.
leaving.
They're leaving.
They're leaving.
Z. Anything else we missed? I don't think so. We had Matt Stinch come on.
Yeah.
If you missed anything, you can always catch it on demand, Chuck and Bo Show, wherever you get podcasts, and on YouTube, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. And now we're into this conversation. Who are the proven coaches in the SEC? Who's the next Hall
Who's
of
happy
Fame
with
coach?
their coach? I mean, there aren't that many fan bases that are just in love with their coach, but I do kind of wonder. I mean, when you think about the SEC, and you think about the greatness of the SEC in football, you think about Hall of Fame coaches. And I don't know how many there are in the league right now. I don't think there are as many as there have been at times. It's all cyclical. I wonder, among this new group, 4 or 5, however many new first-year guys there are, is there a Hall of Famer in the bunch? I don't know. But, that's
different.
That's a good chunk of the league right there.
Different now. The league is different. Now we're on a 9-game schedule, but in the NIL era and the new era of college football, if you look at basketball, you can start naming Hall of Fame coaches. You got one here at Arkansas. Rick Barnes at Tennessee. Bruce Pearl just left Auburn. Nate Oates is probably going to be, unfortunately for you, Bart, a Hall of Fame coach.
We'll see.
The guy at Florida is going to be a Hall of Fame coach.
Yep. You go to football.
Sean Miller at Texas.
Miller, Texas.
Arguably, yes.
Good coaches. I mean, really good coaches. Will Wade, LSU now.
He's
going to be in somebody's Hall of Fame.
Really good coach. I feel like there's still a bunch of coaches in this league that their careers are very much to be determined.
Any of that group, all of the coaches you just named, is it far-fetched to see any of them winning the national championship?
No.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think any of the names right there that you mentioned. Now, basketball, football, baseball, they're all different. Everybody's got every sport's got their own unique characteristic. But those coaches you named right there, I could see any of them winning the national championship. In football right now, and I'm not saying fan bases are right or wrong. I'm just saying if you were to take a poll of SEC fan bases right now and say, can your coach win the national championship, you'd have Georgia people saying yes. I mean, who else?
So these are the SEC football coaches, right? And I think it's like, do you trust this guy? Or do you not know? Do you trust this guy to be successful, to lead your program or not? So, you You start with Alabama and Kalen DeBoer. I think Kalen DeBoer is a really good coach. He's already coached for a national championship, won 4 or 5, 3 NAIA national championships before he went to Fresno State, been to 2 college football playoffs. I think he's a great coach.
His winning percentage is still like video game like.
Right.
I mean, it's just
he's
outrageous.
124-20.
Yeah,
as a head coach.
If he was doing what he's doing now anywhere besides where he is, he would have a lot more respect.
I mean, he took Washington to a national championship.
That's what
game.
I mean.
But everyone knows you're not going to go 124-20 coaching a team in the SEC. That's not going to happen. I don't think.
I don't think Alabama fans realize that.
Yeah.
I don't think they know that.
Then you have you have Ryan Silverfield here at Arkansas. The jury's out. He hasn't coached a game here yet. Golish at Auburn. John Sumrall at Florida. I think Sumrall's a really good coach, but you just never know. Kirby Smart at Georgia, yes. Will Stein, no. Lane Kiffin at LSU. You can't trust Lane Kiffin. Like, and I don't mean that like in any sort of disrespectful way. Oh, no. I just mean like it's gone differently for him at different places, and you don't really know what you're going to get from Kiffin at LSU. Do I
expect him to win? Let's double click for a second on that. And we can talk to Ryan McGee. He did the E60 story on him, and we'll talk to Ryan at 8:30. But you don't really, they're going to win games. There's going to be some really good moments and probably good seasons at LSU. But what else is going to happen in there?
Right. Yes, that's a great way to put it.
Well, see, I think Kiffin going to LSU has cast a net of uncertainty on LSU and Ole Miss. I mean, you kind of knew what Kiffin was going to be at Ole Miss. I mean, that's where he was. He'd gotten it, I think, as far as you could get it. That's why he went to LSU, because I think he felt like he could get Ole Miss, or he'd taken him as far as he could take him. But we don't know what's going to happen at Ole Miss now.
What we know for this year is they got a dang good quarterback.
That's what we know.
That's what
right.
we know for this year. And their defense is probably pretty good. But after this year, when you're just looking at the coach and them rebuilding, anybody with a really good quarterback, you get that year, and that coach is going to get a lot of credit. You take that really good quarterback away, and can they keep doing it?
Well, of the first-year head coaches, Golding by far and away has the best chance for short-term success because of Chambliss. And if you have that, let's say Chambliss is as good or better this year as he's been, and Ole Miss is as good or better as they've been, well, Golding's got a chance to keep it rolling. Doesn't mean he will, but he's got a chance. Whereas one of these other coaches, if they come in and let's say it doesn't go as well as expected. I mean, look, Auburn and Florida think they're going to be good. I mean, they think they're going to be good. Let's say they're not. I mean, they both may be, but let's say they're not. Where does that coach fall in the pecking order next year?
So
Golding, the jury on Golding is still out, too. We're going through coach unproven.
I do want to say Ole Miss is also going from somebody who I think is an elite play caller in college football in Lane Kiffin. I don't think that's debatable.
And Charlie Weiss Jr.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin's an elite play caller, an elite offensive mind, to a guy who was the OC at East Carolina last year. So, I mean, you just never know.
How does Trinidad Chambliss play in this new setup?
So, Mississippi State, Jeff Lebby, no. I'm sorry, no.
Not going to be a Hall of Fame coach?
No. This is probably going to be his last year there.
Okay. We're going through the quality of coaches in the league or coaches versus Hall of Fame coaches.
Eli Drinkwitz at Missouri has had success there. They've played maybe the easiest schedule you could possibly have in the SEC over the past, however long he's been there. Has been terrible against top 25 teams. No. Respectfully, no.
Respectfully.
Well, no, I think Drink's a good coach. I think he's done as good as you can do there.
That's going to be on their bulletin board. Yeah. Probably should have left him out of it.
Whatever. I don't care, man.
Bart Pullman in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room, disconnected from the Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah. I look, man, I don't care.
Well, I think the point is,
I call it like it is. I think the
point is all those guys are debatable. There's some guys on the basketball side that are not debatable. I mean, they are guaranteed locks.
And there's some previous coaches in this
some that
league
are already in
football that aren't debatable.
Right.
So the point is, keep going. You got Josh Heupel.
So Venables at Oklahoma? No, I don't think so. We talked about Golding. Beamer at South Carolina? I don't think so. Heupel's done well at Tennessee. Can he take it to another level? Sark, I think Sark
will be.
Yeah, I think he will be. I like Mike Elko a lot at Texas A&M. I think he's a really good coach. We'll see what they do for an encore
but they're
this
still
year.
even Sark and Elko are still getting footing in terms of
And Clark Lee's the last one. I think he's a really good coach. But we'll see, how sustainable it is at Vandy.
Like the point we're making and where you're going to go now, it's previous head coaches in this league. The point that we're making is this league maybe has never, at least not for a long time, had more. It's not saying these coaches are bad in any way. More unproven coach situations.
They're in transition. Some schools have been caught behind the 8 ball when it comes to buyouts. And we've had to buy guys out. Others have too. You get into a series of, you're paying multiple coaches, not just the ones that are working, the ones that aren't. And you get yourself kind of behind an 8 ball financially. And I'm not suggesting that happens in every case, but it does happen in some. And, that limits what you can do and where you can go.
And so if you look at 10, 15 years ago in this league, and even the teams that have joined recently, right, your coaches are, Kirby Smart was still around. Mac Brown was at Texas. I know they weren't in the SEC, but he's a Hall of Famer. Saban, obviously, at Alabama. Bob Stoops at Oklahoma. Hugh Freeze all the shenanigans and whatever he turned into, which is not a good football coach.
Hold on a second. I got something for you. Oh, my gosh.
Life got you feeling down. Baby Billy's Health Elixir will lift you up. Heal the spirit to heal the body.
Cute it up.
Colds, flus, strips, even colas. Every disease cured with ease by this blessed formula based on ancient scripture. You just drink this tasty coconut silkiness every morning, and that's it. Done. $100 for a 1-month jug.
Is this what happened to you?
Only $65 a pop. And I make
You
nothing.
bought it?
Zero.
No, he's selling.
Zero.
He was selling it.
By the time I pay all my scientists, all my people in my,
He was a Liberty,
my research
man.
department lab coats, it's a wash. Well, why you do it then, baby Billy? Well, because I'm selfless. And I want to heal as many people as the dear Lord lets me.
There you go. There it is.
Baby Billy's Health Elixir. A miracle in a bottle. Not approved by the FDA.
Anyhow, Bart continues.
Yeah, Les Miles was at LSU, Gus at Auburn. There were just Barry Odom, Gary Pinkel at Missouri.
Yeah.
Dan Mullen was at Mississippi State. Yeah. They've never had a better coach than that. And they should probably just hire him again, honestly. But I mean, that's the point. You had all these great coaches in the league,
and all those
guys,
at
these teams, at least at the teams in the SEC.
And those guys all started somewhere. Saban obviously came in to Alabama with already a national championship and having coached in the NFL. In Alabama, with the tradition, and he took over and did. We won't see another dynasty like that ever in the history of college football. Not in today's world. But all those coaches started somewhere. Les Miles came from Oklahoma State and had success at LSU, for example. Yeah. So how many of these guys will we be talking about in 5, 7, or 8 years that are still here and winning, if any of them?
That's a good question. I mean, just an even shorter term. How many first-year guys are we going to be talking about next year? I mean, let's just fast forward 12 months. How many first-year guys are we going to have then? What's going to happen over at South Carolina? I don't know that Venables is in trouble the way a lot of people think at Oklahoma, but let's just say what if. I mean, what if you get into a situation where all of a sudden you got 2 or 3 more that, for whatever reason, aren't the head coach of their school next year? Well, then you got half your league's been there 2 years or less. And what that means to me is you got about 2 or 3 teams that are on firm footing and everybody else still trying to find themselves. And you get into that cycle where you got half your league that's just kind of, they can't ever really figure out where they are.
I'm just looking at Ty jumping in here on the text line. We just got a listener that just texted in something, and Ty says, "Who is this from?" And he said, "Just a listener." Why? That's exactly right.
What do you want to make out of it, pal?
That's funny. You got a problem?
Wouldn't you like to know, buddy?
I mean, just for those of you that text and your name and you don't identify yourself, the text cop. You think Ty's responsible for this ticket of mine from 25 years ago on the University of Arkansas campus that nobody can seem to get to the bottom of or find or let me pay? That's holding my permit hostage.
By the way,
vagueness is
the number. The number that left you that voicemail, was it a 575 number?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
These are real people calling me from
elaborate.
the parking department. They just won't get the problem solved, and they telling me that it's a citation.
We've got people working on it.
I think there's more to this than meets the eye.
We're gonna march down there.
We're going down there. We're gonna go down there get some video.
Bo has inadvertently exposed like a real problem with the booking system over there.
I just like a completely corrupt system.
Revamp their computer system over there because of Bo's ticket.
We have a $50 citation. That,
exactly
wasn't taken
$50.
Care of 25 years ago.
$50. By the way, they're not a $50 parking ticket on campus in 2001. Yeah. No way.
Really? And how do you get to that number if it wasn't $50 then? How is it $50 now?
Exactly.
They're making it up.
Yeah.
I smell a class action.
I
want a piece of it.
I think that $50 going in somebody's
restraining
pocket,
order so I can get my parking permit for this year.
That's what you
I want to get a judge.
You need a judge.
I need a judge.
Time to go judge shopping.
I need a judge.
As soon as the show's over,
one
we'll
time,
find us a judge.
For once, I'll be on the side of everyone. Fighting the parking department.
Yeah, everyone will love you.
For once, I found my rallying cry. Chuck, I can be with the people.
That's right.
We can fight the parking
Bo
department.
Mattingly, man of the people.
Anybody else got a 25-year-old citation hanging over their head?
That's funny.
Join
that
my
you can't
cause.
get cleaned up? Bart went online, put my license plate in. It says you have no outstanding issues.
I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on here. There's something untoward that's happening right now.
Well, that's not.
You're a pawn in someone's game. That's what I think.
I am. We're gonna have to smoke them out.
That's right.
We're gonna go down there after the show.
Sick Bart on him.
Edward, are you gonna video this?
Yeah, we're going after the show.
Should I take Bray Cook for security?
Yes.
Well,
Gets
didn't work out
done.
for Alyssa Orange on the sideline last year.
Well, he got
that's because he abandoned her.
Exactly.
He
I'm
left
just
her there.
curious if that would happen
again. He did what you do when a football play is coming at you on the sideline.
Get out of the
way.
Well, is that what is going to happen if like a macho security guy comes
I don't think they have those at parking and transit.
Macho, big.
It's not for him to do anything.
person.
It's for him to be present.
Yeah, it's about the presence.
Oh my gosh!
Bart and I don't do it for you.
Well, you're going to have a video camera in your hand, and I don't think Bart's going to go. Bart's had a crosswalk incident down there. I don't know if he needs.
We can't bring that up.
Come on.
It was during football season. When's the anniversary?
Nasty crosswalk.
When's the anniversary of you almost having your life taken in that crosswalk?
It was sometime during the season.
Did they come?
No.
Did the EMTs come? You just limped to your car and went home.
You walked it off. Just walk it off.
It's right out there in front of the football facility.
I remember hearing about it.
That crosswalk, by the way, does not exist anymore. I would like to point that out.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They
retired it.
They should name the "No Crossing Here" sign after you.
The Bart Pullman "Don't Cross Here" sign.
I think I could have taken some legal action and gotten it removed a lot quicker. But
We could have Teamwork build that for you. We could just put it down there and put your name, your picture on there. In fact, at Teamwork Roofing and Construction, they are dependable. You can count on them, and nothing's going to pop up 25 years later. They're going to do what they say, on time, on budget, and you'll be happy with the work done. A job well done. A job that is clean. They don't leave you a bunch of trash when they're done with your remodel or your roof. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com, and if you need it but can't afford it now for whatever reason, they've got great financing options. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, they're built on quality and powered by teamwork. Nobody gets you ready for football season quite like the Chuck and Bo Show.
That's right.
Nobody.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you a real estate agent looking for more than just a place to hang your license? Then it's time to discover the difference at Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. At Weichert, you'll find industry-leading training, powerful marketing tools, hands-on support, and a team that's invested in your success. Whether you're a brand new agent or a seasoned professional, Weichert gives you the resources you need to grow your business and reach your goals. Ready to learn more? Text CAREER to 479-306-6139. Your next chapter starts here.
In a
world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available at select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville. Who says bigger is always better? Burton Pools and Spas is the area's exclusive dealer for plunge pools by Thursday Pools. In-ground fiberglass pools designed for today's lifestyles with easy maintenance and more time for fun. Cool off after work, relax with family, or host friends for game day. And right now, installed plunge pool packages start under $40,000. Stop by one of Burton Pools and Spas' 5 convenient locations or visit burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, water for a better life. When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you. Now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by teamwork.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yuengling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yuengling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly. Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. If you listen closely, you can actually hear society crumbling.
You can.
If you listen closely.
You can.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Edward, is it true you have an NFL update for us today before we get to Ryan McGee here in a couple minutes?
Yeah, if we want to do it.
What do you have?
What do you got?
Just give me 1 second.
Well, I'll play you some music. Give me some NFL music.
Yeah, why don't you play that?
Edward's got it.
I didn't realize this was a
I've got notes prepared. I've got sound clips I need to pull up.
Wow, I had no idea this
Who
was
wants
such
an NFL update?
Well, we all do.
We've got NFL football on tomorrow, and I'm very excited. The Raiders and the Cardinals.
The Raiders.
On Thursday Night Football. It's our first real preseason game of the season. The autumn winds are blowing, and the smell of football is in the air. Clint Kubiak, the Raiders head coach, has announced that Fernando Mendoza will play a lot of the game on Thursday. So it's actually real football. The Cardinals will play their starters, and you might see some Mike Washington Jr. in the game. Minnesota has named Kyler Murray their starting quarterback over J.J. McCarthy, whose career is off to a horrible start. Rams star wide receiver Puka Nacua might face suspension, and here's what the league says it's for. It's for off-season conduct involving biting a woman and making public anti-Semitic remarks on a video game streamer's stream.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sounds like a...
Did you say biting?
Biting a woman. Biting a woman. There's teeth marked that match the dental records.
I don't think we
finally,
can double-click on that.
Yeah, let's not. And finally, Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh's quarterback, has spoken on what has helped him going into his age 42 season.
I started deep on a journey where the ayahuasca is usually described as a grandmother spirit. I met her and walked with her through past, present, and future lives.
So there you have it. There's your NFL update. I've got nothing else for you.
It's fantastic.
I was not prepared to do that right there, but there we go.
Sometimes you got to kind of, call an audible and go.
Enjoy the game tomorrow.
I think you did a great job with it. I thought it had everything it needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Win
Walker. Do you want to listen to that again?
Maybe later.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Okay, one more time.
I started deep on a journey where the ayahuasca is usually described as a grandmother spirit. I met her and walked with her through past, present, and future lives.
So he's crazy.
Oh, I think there was like psychedelic mushrooms.
I think there's more
involved
than
and stuff
ayahuasca
like that.
involved.
Yeah,
the grandmother spirit.
Yeah.
Past, present, future.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like the Scrooge.
Your starting quarterback.
Can you play just the start of that again?
I started deep on a journey.
That's when you do that, that's kind of probably the end result, right where he got there.
That's right.
Aaron Rodgers, the journey continues. Brian McGee joins us next on the Gasano's Pizza Hotline. Good morning. I mean, look, this is what we do. We heal the hurting. We touch the hearts. We talk about the things that matter to people.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Are you or a loved one struggling with addiction? There is hope. John 316 Ministries is a free, faith-based 501c3 program that has helped more than 3,000 people transform their lives over the past 23 years. This long-term inpatient program includes lodging, counseling, medical care, and job training, all at no cost to you. In a period of 6 months to a year, you could graduate with a trade, a purpose, and a fresh start. A spiritual boot camp for men and a safe refuge for women. Log into john316thecure.com.
Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
When it comes to a roof or remodel, you want somebody that's going to do what they say they're going to do. They're going to come in on time and on budget. And you might need it right now and can't afford it at this moment. Well, Teamwork has a plan for you. Now offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time and no payments for 60 days. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by Teamwork.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
I think you will see this team this year play hard, play smart, give themselves a chance to win. I'm not naive, and I don't think there's going to be, they're not going to run the table, and there's probably going to be a game or two in there you lose, you think you ought to win, and hopefully there's some games in there that nobody thinks you're going to win now that you find a way to win. But my sense, from being around these guys, just the minimal amount of time that they've been here and the minimal amount of time I've been around them, we're going to know this team's been coached. I expect to see the turnovers reduced, and I expect to see the penalties go down. And I don't think the secondary is going to get beat quite as bad as maybe the secondary got beat last year. Some of that's contingent upon putting pressure on the quarterback. So I think those areas, even though none of them are like, maybe by themselves aren't enough to, change their fortunes, if all three of those things happen, I do think they're going to be better.
That's what you want in year one of a new regime. You want to feel like that you have taken a step to change things and to fix things and to be competitive in a way that you weren't previously. To me, that's the whole reason you make a change.
Last year was just like so bad.
For so long.
And it went from bad to worse. I mean,
just like
and by the end of it, nobody was a hold of the rope.
It was over by like 4 games, 5 games into the season.
Well, when they lost at Memphis, it was over. And in retrospect. But one thing I do not think you'll see this year, I don't think you'll see this team, as the old saying goes, let go of the rope. Which did happen last year. And that I don't think will happen this season. I will be very surprised if that happens. The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search the Chuck and Bo Show.
Your favorite word, respectfully.
Yeah.
You suck.
Anytime, and I include myself in this, if the word respectfully or with all my respect comes out, somebody's
with all my respect.
Somebody's about to get it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, if you're celebrating something special or just a moment, Blakeman's wants to help you out. They've been helping Arkansas families since 1987. It's where Arkansas gets engaged every day. It's a diamond day at Blakeman's. It's an experience unlike any other. Customer service, the attention to detail, and it's really about your story, and you walk out of there with that purple bag knowing you just got it right. It's undefeated. All guests join us on the Gasano's Pizza Hotline, 8:35. Good morning. We bring in Ryan McGee, our friend, ESPN, and the Marty McGee Show. Ryan, how we doing this morning? How we going as far as football season goes? Are you ready?
No, I'm not.
You still want all summer?
I'm just not. And honestly, too, I think we all agree the playoffs should have been expanded. But selfishly, when I wave goodbye to my family in a few weeks, I'll see them at the end of January, which is a little long for me. But that's I'm getting older, dude. I don't travel. I don't handle it as well as I used to. But I will be, when we get to week 1, I will be ready to rip. But right now, I need a couple more weeks to get ready.
The football season is going to last a long time this year.
Oh,
the title game is like, are we in February by the title game? I mean, almost
close. It's like the 25th. It's crazy. It's and it's in Vegas, which I always tell everybody that The only two things that Las Vegas and Bristol, Connecticut, home of ESPN, have in common is I got about 36 hours, and then I'm ready to go. And that's how I feel about Vegas. But it'll be great. And the world's largest Roomba, which is the football stadium out there, we'll go out there and crown a national champ. But yeah, this is the latest I think it'll ever run. I think the coaches are starting to push back on it, and I think that I think everybody, when they originally looked at the calendar, went, okay, this 2027 deal's a little late. And I think as a result, we'll start easing it back a little bit back in the middle of January.
All right, speaking of Vegas, let's look into the future. Who's raising that trophy? Is it going to be an SEC team this year? That's what everybody's talking about. Is the conference going to win the national title this year?
I mean, I think so. I think they've got as good a chance as any. I mean, I think that it oddly enough, I don't know that people are talking about Georgia enough, which I think Kirby Smart actually digs. That was easily the best mood I've ever seen him in at media days just a few weeks ago down in Tampa. And so I think that and what that tells me is, I mean, he's a guy that wears it on his sleeve. If he thinks the team has flaws, I remember they were playing Alabama relatively early in the season a couple of years ago, and they sent me to Athens all day, and I could tell that day that he wasn't very confident. Like he wears it on his sleeve, and he's very, very confident. So, I mean, the two leading candidates certainly are Texas and Georgia, and I think they're both going to be really, really good. To me, it's going to be about, does Ohio State pull an Ohio State and they don't play as well as they should? Because on paper, I feel like it's kind of them and everyone else. But yeah, to answer your question, I think at least getting back to the championship game, I think that definitely is probably what's going to go down.
Of all the shows you go on, including your own, I'm going to bring up a topic that I'm sure you don't get asked about, Arkansas. What will we be saying about Arkansas in 3 years?
I think that it's funny because we had 5 brand new coaches at SEC Media Days, and I don't think I'm blowing anybody's mind here by saying that I think that Ryan Silverfield is the one everyone knows the least about, and but I think you won a lot of people over, So I think that. And I feel like I've had this conversation with you all before. I know I've had it with you both many, many times, which is, it needs to be talking about you built the foundation for something that lasts. And the good news is we are coming off a season where Vanderbilt was flirting with the college football playoff in November, and they had a Heisman Trophy finalist. And we're coming off a year where Indiana won the national championship. The worst, arguably the worst program in the history of FBS football, and they won a national title. It is the trippiest thing in the world to get off the airplane in Indianapolis, which I did for the Final Four in April and I did for the Indy 500 in May, and you get off the plane and there's nothing about basketball. It's all Fernando Mendoza and Cignetti, and the airport is covered up in Indiana football. And so the bad news is it puts pressure on every coach to make a quick turnaround. The good news is I think that you have the ability to turn things around quicker than you've ever been able to turn around before. And if you're Arkansas, you've got to follow that Indiana roadmap of you got to go find the money, man. Indiana has this – now we all know they have the largest alumni base in the United States, and they figured out a way to tap into that money. It's not just about Mark Cuban. It's about the people cutting the $100 checks and the $500 checks, but it's also about the people cutting the $20 million checks. And so – it's just the way of the world as of right now. So if you're Arkansas, that's a really long way of me saying that you need to start building the foundation now. And what I do know about Silverfield is, he feels like a foundational guy. So that's my positive spin for you guys.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think he's gotten off to a start doing that. Raised $25 million. They just raised the fund for football to $50 million. And I think the early signs are he's the right guy to do that. Chuck, we were talking about – go ahead, Brian.
No, go on. I interrupt you.
Well, we were talking a little bit earlier on the show about, the SEC's long history of Hall of Fame coaches. And as you just kind of alluded to, there are a bunch of new ones this year. Is there a Hall of Fame guy in this group? Who are the elite guys that are carrying and will carry the league moving forward?
Beyond Kirby.
Yeah, beyond Kirby Smart.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm fascinated by this, I'll call it Sark 3.0, because and Sark and I've talked about this. My first experiences with him were awful. Like, I couldn't stand him. Like, it took me a long time, honestly, to come around on, has he actually changed? Because I'm a jaded sports writer, right? But I really believe that he has. And when you spend time with those guys and you go to their practices and you see how he runs things, you wouldn't know that you were at Texas the way that he runs things in a meeting room. Now, you do know when they get in the stadium, and you certainly do on a Saturday. But I think that he has the opportunity to build something for a long time, and I don't think he has no desire to go anywhere else if they'll let him stay there. Now, that being said, he's not ever going to have a better team than this one. And obviously you got a man and a quarterback, so you better take care of business. You can't make the Hall of Fame if they fire you. so he needs to take care of that. But I tell you this, and I'm not saying he's a Hall of Fame coach, and I'm not saying that I don't want to get too far ahead of us, but I tell you right now, what was really interesting was to watch how everyone reacted to John Summerall, because I knew him a little bit, Marty knew him a little bit. I mean, some of us knew him a little bit. Obviously, he had a team he coached in the college football playoff, but no one going into Tampa at SEC Media Days was ready to put Florida on their ballot of teams that have a chance to kind of be a wrecking ball this season. But by the time John Summerall was done with everybody on his day, all of a sudden Florida jumped up in the preseason poll, and all of a sudden people are starting to have conversations about, spoiler alert, the Gators could be pretty good. So that's a guy that I look at, and I think that he has a chance to finally wake up the sleeping giant in Gainesville, which is bad news for a lot of teams that have them on the schedule.
Wow, he has been a guy that's been great at the microphone. Another guy that I don't know if he's great at the microphone, but gets a lot of credit or headlines. Lane Kiffin. You did an E60 with Lane. I think I heard you talking on some show. I can't remember which one now. Maybe even yesterday. Is Kiffin different? Is, like we were talking about earlier, they're going to win a bunch of games at LSU. They might even win a championship. But there's also other things that are going to happen there, it feels like. What are your thoughts on Kiffin at LSU?
Well, I'll say this. You're right. They're going to win games. I think they can win championships. But what do we know about LSU? They don't care if you won a championship or not. They will fire you. And what do we know about Lane Kiffin? When he leaves, it is a fireworks show. And so I don't know when it's going to end for Lane Kiffin at LSU, but when it does, it is going to be like watching Yellowstone. Like, something crazy is going to go down, right, that we don't see coming. The plot twist at the end of the show, right? Dutton Ranch. But, so we did the E60 special, and then just the last two nights on SEC Network, they showed our Marty and McGee Talking Season specials, and we did an entire 30-minute show just about Lane Kiffin, because when our interview was done with him, we looked at our bosses and went, we can't just lump him in with the other guys. Like, that was we felt very strongly about that conversation we had with him. And the first question I posed to Lane was, I said to him, I said, all right, I'm going to ask you the same question that I get every single day since Thanksgiving weekend last year, because I was the guy that did that E60 documentary, which is the many lives of Lane Kiffin. But boys, I'm not exaggerating at all when I say every single day at the Jiffy Lube, at the airport, at the gas station, somebody looks at me and says, "So that was all BS, right?" Like the whole show, that was all BS. And so that was the question I asked him, and I didn't say BS. I said the word. I looked right at him. I said, "Hey, dude, so I got to ask you the question they always ask me." And his answer was, two things can be true at once. All the things that I said about Oxford, I meant when I said it, and he still means it, he says. But that being said, he said, I had to take the LSU job because I thought it was a better job. And so, my fascination with Lane is that, yes, I spent a lot of time with him last spring. Yes, we aired that documentary. Yes, I believe the things that he said to me when he said them to me. But then when he stood at the crossroads again, after telling us, I'm so embarrassed about the way it went down at Tennessee. I'm embarrassed about the way it went down in Alabama and USC and even the Raiders. And he said, I won't do it like that again. And damn it, he did exactly like he did it even worse. And so when he had a chance to not do it the same way, he did it the same way. He can't help himself. So is he a man that is going to learn from his mistakes, or a man who is doomed to repeat them? But I'll say this, his approach is working. You know, he's got one of the best jobs in college football, and he's making a lot of money and has all the resources that he wants. And if he wins a national championship, I don't think he really cares how he exited the other jobs.
He did it all over again. It's the same.
Well,
it's the same lane with different.
When you're Lane
looks.
Kiffin and you change jobs, that's inevitable. I mean, and some of that is his doing, Ryan, but some of this is everybody else's doing too. It's just if you're Lane Kiffin, you can't make a move without everybody talking about it. And of course, he eats it up and plays.
But you also don't have to. After all of that, and you do your interview with Marty Smith at the back gate of the private airport in Oxford, you also don't have to, before you get on the plane to go to Baton Rouge, take a picture throwing up "peace out" with you and your daughter and your kid. You know what I mean? Like I get all that, and I understand the timeline, I understand all those things, but you don't have to, while you're telling everyone you can't decide if you're going to take the LSU job or not, posting all these cryptic pages from books that are clearly about LSU, or posting a picture of your kid wearing an LSU shirt, at his high school warm-up.
Well, he knew what he was going to do. I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We can't blame the system, and we can't blame
that's
us,
fair.
We can't blame
That's
all these
fair.
other things when he's throwing up a peace out with his daughter and his wife before they get on the plane to go to Baton Rouge. I have zero sympathy for that dude.
He can't help himself.
It's a reality show, man. It's an ongoing reality show, and it will be. Are you mad? Are you mad that you did the E60?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I get that question a lot too. I'm not mad about it at all. And I think if you go back and watch it now, it's just we call it the many lives of Lane Kiffin, and this is just another one of the lives. And one day we will do another segment for it.
There you go.
But no, I don't.
It was a great show. It was
Yeah.
incredibly well done, and I thought the interview was great. It was fantastic. Hey, before we get you out of here, do you have anything to do with the fake Phil Steele AI generated magazines that we're selling on Amazon? We're trying to get to the bottom of this. Did we lose him?
Either that or he did it. I think we lost him. Yeah, we lost him. Yeah. I have no comment.
Ryan McGee did it. It was perfect.
Yeah. That was perfect.
Oh, maybe
I'm not
he
going to
did.
talk about that.
Maybe he didn't. All guests join us on the Gasano's Pizza Hotline. Derek, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
How about them hogs, gentlemen?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com.
You know, see, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I mean, Chuck doesn't give himself enough credit. He knows how to work all the apps.
Really, I don't.
I'll be honest. Like, it's not a technically a challenge situation. It's laziness. That's all of us. That's all of us. We can all figure it out.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
In the Warfield Distillery Studios, now Arkansas owned and available near you. Log on to drinkwarfield.com. Just scroll down, put in your zip code, and you'll find a bottle near you or a restaurant near you. Enjoy one of the Warfield-inspired cocktails at a local restaurant. If you can find it, you'll enjoy it, and you will be able to there. All right, What to Watch is brought to you by Macadoodles. I think we're watching the lottery. I think we're watching the I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but, like, if it's only $200 million, you don't really talk about it. If it's $1 billion, it's like, oh, yeah, you get your Powerball tickets. As if $200 million wouldn't change your life.
$1 billion
will.
$1 billion estimated jackpot for the Powerball drawing tonight. Cash value $433 million for the Powerball.
Bart said, if I won, can you imagine what that would do for the Chuck and Bo Show? And Chuck said, there would be no Chuck and Bo Show. Bart's over there pretending, like, a root for me, but for what I'm going to do for you guys.
I said I would give each of you $1 million.
Yeah.
If I win it, I'll give each of you $1 million as a parting gift. As a parting gift.
I'll pledge the same.
All right, fair enough.
What are you guys going to do? Are you going to give everybody here $1 million?
Well, sure.
That's a given. Maybe. Well, we undersold it, didn't we? You're going to give us more.
I'm going to invest in what we're doing here and what we can. It doesn't mean I'll be here every morning at 6 a.m. But I'll invest.
He's going to hire his own replacement.
I'll invest in what we're doing.
He's going to buy some equity and sit out.
There we go. Yeah. It's the American dream.
As if we can go on without him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Have to bring him back.
Little League World Series, no Tulsa team.
And not going to be watching Tulsa.
NFL back tomorrow. Preseason, full slate of games tomorrow night.
Wine Down Wednesday at Macadoodles. 15% off every bottle of wine, even if it's already on sale. Every Wednesday. Macadoodles just north of Bella Vista and at Guess Who in Bentonville. What a day. If you missed anything on the Chuck and Bo Show, Matt Stinchcomb, Ryan McGee, catch it on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, wherever you get podcasts.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas